Alright, so let me just set this up. Can you all send me a message if you can hear me? I just want to do a audio check. Can everyone reply with the letter E if you can hear me? Okay, cool. So you guys can hear me, yes? Alright, so I know we already did a couple tests, but just as a final test, if you can all actually hear me and you all just didn't coincidentally spam E in the comment section, write Bandit in the comment section. That's the last test, I swear. I just want to make sure because I remember on my first live stream, the sound just didn't work for some reason and it was just a huge disaster. So, okay, I see a couple people putting Bandit, so I assume it's actually working this time. I don't know. I'm just recording from my phone right now. I'm not actually using my microphone. I'm not sure how good or terrible the audio sounds. Does the audio sound okay? Or is it like too loud? Is it too quiet? Or can I get some like feedback before we begin or I screw everything up? And while I'm waiting for some feedback, I guess we'll just wait around a couple minutes since I bet there's gonna be a few more people coming in. But yeah, we're finally here. I know I actually got 30K a couple days ago, but I just didn't really have the time to do it. Alright, so some people are saying it's fine, some people saying it's a bit fuzzy or glitchy. Yeah, I assume it's not gonna be perfect because I'm just not good at live streams. Maybe I should have used my microphone, but I think the phone will just do okay for now. It's probably just gonna be, little live stream, nothing professional. But yeah, we're finally doing another live stream because I got 30,000 subscribers, and I just really wanted to interact with some of my fans since I haven't really done that in a while. But some people are saying it's quiet, so maybe I should put the microphone closer to me? Alright, is it okay now? Maybe I should speak a little bit louder. I know I'm kind of shy and I tend to speak a little bit quietly, but I'm kind of using my recording voice, so it should be good. Alright, so yeah, this is the 30,000 subscriber live stream. It's a Friday evening where I live, so I basically have all the time in the world to be with you all. I'm not gonna be here for like 5 or 6 hours, but I'll be here for at least, a couple hours. Just hang out with y'all, answer some questions you might have, cause I know y'all have tons of questions to give me, which is fine. That's what this is for. How am I doing today? Overall, I'm doing pretty good. I was actually excited for this live stream because I haven't done one in a while. And let's see, let me go fix some stuff. But yeah, I guess we'll just hang out and do a couple things. And I also mentioned that I might give y'all a little tour of my Bluey collection because I know a lot of you have been asking for that. And I've said, oh, someone's honking outside. But while on the subject of that, yeah, my parents still haven't come home yet. They're at work or something, so you might hear them come inside the house, but I've told them not to bother me, so that hopefully won't be an issue, even though you might hear them in the hallway or something. And yeah, my neighbors like being really noisy, and oh, I can hear my brother, so I might have to go tell him to be quiet, but Yeah, my neighbors can be a bit noisy too, and there was this one time where the cops were called because some dude was just banging on stuff. That wasn't weird at all. But, yeah. Even though there's probably gonna be a few interruptions, we're just gonna hang out, gonna answer some questions, and take a good look at my Bluey collection. So, I know y'all are starting to ask some questions already, and I apologize for not answering them, but I'm gonna start taking questions right now. So if you already put your question, you might want to repost it or put it up again so I can see it. My neighborhood is crazy. Yeah, it sure is. My Giga Chad? Eh, I'm not sure if I consider myself a Giga Chad. I wouldn't say I'm strong. I mean, I guess I have some charisma or some wit, but I wouldn't consider myself a Giga Chad. What's my real name? Well, obviously it starts with a B, but I don't really know if I should really reveal that right now. I think a couple people know what my name is, but I'm not sure if I'm going to reveal that right now because I kind of want this separation between my YouTube channel and my real life. I kind of prefer my peace and quiet, so I'm not sure how I'd feel about people like coming up to me like, "Oh, you're B&B and stuff," and that's why I never really showed my face either. B is for bread. that would be that would be pretty funny. What's my favorite instrument? You know, I've been into music, but I've never really played any instruments that much. I guess the only thing I could say is the violin because I used to actually play the violin in 4th grade because we had to take music. I never really enjoyed it, but that's the only instrument I played, so I guess I'd have to say that. Opinion on Bluey merchandise prices. Overall, sometimes I feel like they are a bit expensive, like with the Best Mate plush. It was like $20, which isn't bad. I mean, it is a decent sized plush and there is some quality to it. But overall, I feel like the fact that it didn't really talk made it kind of a bit pricey. But apart from that, I think most of the merchant is decently priced. Alright, sorry, give me a minute. Overall, I'm doing good. Sorry, I know I'm just being bombarded with questions right now, so I won't be able to answer all of them, but I'm just gonna pick one. I haven't checked out any Bluey music channels in a while, though I've seen a couple. What was the inspiration behind Hideaki? So, Hideaki is kind of interesting. He was basically just a Bluey OC and kind of a mascot for my channel because I've noticed that basically almost all of the Bluey fans have like a character that represents them or their content. So I just thought, you know what? I'll just make my own. And he is supposed to be based on a Shikoku, which is like a type of Japanese dog, I think. But I took a lot of creative liberties with it, so he really doesn't look like one. I mean, to my knowledge, I don't think any of them are actually blue. But yeah, that's kind of the story behind him. There's not like too much lore about Hideaki yet. He's still pretty new. But I'm sure I'll come up with some more stuff in the future. Never seen Death Note before. Hideaki plush. That would be pretty cool. Maybe I should make those one of these days. My favorite animal? Um, Gosh, I'm not sure. I mean, it just kind of depends. Like, you know, I think dogs are pretty cool, but that's just because I watch Bluey. I've said how old I was in the past, but I'm not going to reiterate it here just for privacy reasons. I just mentioned that because you keep asking, but anyway, just a heads up, if I ignore your question and you put it like 10 times, there's a chance I might have not seen it, but I'm also going to ignore some questions if they're too personal or if I just don't feel like answering them. I will let you know. I'll try to answer most of the questions, but just nothing like personal or anything like that. And I could try to do shoutouts, but there's just going to be so many people asking for them that it's just going to be a bit hard. So I apologize if I'm not going to be able to fill all your demands because I know I got a lot of excited fans who want me to do a bunch of stuff, but It's gonna be hard for me, but I'm gonna try my best. What is the most expensive piece of my collection? Um, well, you know what? I'm actually gonna show you right now. So let me just take this off, and then just gonna take it down here. So as you can see, oh, there's the knockoff slippers. Sorry if I'm not answering the questions right now. I'm kind of doing the little tour. I'll let you all know when I'm taking the questions, but here is my album collection, and here is the CD, and there's the vinyl that most of the people got. But this is probably the most expensive piece right here. As you can see, it's kind of a vinyl, or it is a vinyl, just like the other one. But this one has a special disc with a picture of Bluey lying down on the kiwi rug. This one you don't see very often because it was actually like a special edition. I believe it was only made for Record Store Day, which was just one day in Australia. And then I don't think they ever sold it again, so I would say that this is probably the rarest piece of Bluey merch I own. And also, if you look on eBay, I'm not sure how much it is, how much it's going for right now, but I got it for like almost $300, so it was not easy to get. But yeah, I would say that's probably the most expensive piece in my collection. And then you know what? While we're here, you know what? Let's just start the tour right now. What do y'all think about that? I'm not sure if anyone would acquire Ludo. Maybe Disney. I actually had a video planned about that, but I didn't get a chance to work on it. How long have I been collecting Bluey merch? I got into the show around October 2020, I would say, or around November, October, one of those months in like late 2020. Actually, when I started my channel, and that's when I started collecting. The first piece of Bluey merch I got was actually a Best Mate plush. I wanted one of the smaller Bluey Friends plushies, but they didn't have those. In fact, the Best Mates were the only thing the stores had back then, which is crazy to think because now they have like whole Bluey sections now. What happened to the internet or my older videos? So, I know some of you have asked about my older videos. I have to say that most of the really early ones were taken down for copyright because they weren't really fair use exactly, or at least not the definition for the BBC. And most of them just used a lot of footage, so they were just taken down. So that's obviously why I can't re-upload them. But regarding some of my later videos, there are just, I didn't just start this channel from like making Bluey reviews, and I'm just gonna say that I've made a lot of cringy stuff getting to where I am now. And some of that cringy stuff is really things that are kind of embarrassing or just not worth watching. So that's why I've kind of taken down some of my older videos, but unless it's like super embarrassing or just not necessary, then I try to keep them up or archived somewhere. In fact, I would say that I probably have all my videos archived, even the oldest ones, so they're definitely with me. The new Bluey Hasbro stuff? Oh yeah, we'll get to those. Oh yeah, and here's my fine Bluey china. The finest cutlery in the world. We got that Bluey plate, which is actually pretty nice. It seems to be decent quality. It's got the picture of the family. Are you a history buff? You know what? I'd actually say I am. I do really like history. I always like hearing about like battles and wars and different people and stuff. So I would say that I'm definitely a history buff, and I've been really getting into like American history and like history of battles and stuff. So yeah, if anything, I've become more and more of a history buff as in the last few weeks. And then, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this is my Bluey container. What's weird about this thing is that it's not really Bluey themed. I mean, it's got like this one picture, but the rest of it is just a normal, not so Bluey container. So yeah. Then I got these Bluey fork and spoon with a picture of Bluey cheering. Hooray. Yeah, I'd say I like alternate history. I find it interesting. You can see I got a couple books. I got those squeaky toys. And then, oh yeah, I learned about the Emu War from Oversimplified. Do any of you watch Oversimplified? They make pretty good history videos. Do I own a defective piece of Bluey merch? So, I thought you were talking about knockoffs at first, but do you mean defective as in like factory errors? Because I got a couple of those actually, and we'll go see those in a minute. So as you can see, this is my Bluey DVD, only at Target. This is the American version with the uncensored Aussie episodes, so that's pretty cool and a little jab at Disney, I guess. Oh yeah, I heard about the new Bluey episodes. I just haven't posted about it, but yeah, I've known the second they announced it. I do think it's kind of strange though that they only announced 11 because they normally come in batches of 26, but my best guess is that they just wanted to get the news out that they're making some episodes so people don't worry. I know there was like this big thing recently where everyone thought the show was getting canceled and that was like a bunch of drama. And then here, these stickers, some of you might not know what this is, but some of you might. But these are actually based on the design from the r/place event, which was like this Reddit event that was held, I want to say almost 2 months ago. And we actually got Bluey on the canvas alongside all these other internet groups. And the sticker is the designer. This is what it actually looked like. Oh, sorry, that was a voice crack. I can't believe I caught that on camera, but yeah, I got a few of those. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I'm going to stick them somewhere. So regarding a face reveal, I'm actually wearing sunglasses right now and a mask, but overall, I've considered it before, but I just feel kind of sensitive about my image, and once again, I don't really feel comfortable being recognized in public just yet. And my biggest fear is that somebody at school is going to recognize me, and it's just going to be way too bad. I'm already a loner as is. Everyone's going to think I'm even crazier. I'm pretty normal at school, actually. I just do my work, and that's it. I don't like wear Bluey backpacks or like talk about Bluey in seminars or anything. Though that would be pretty cool. Am I in any other fandoms? Well, I used to like My Little Pony, but that was like a long time ago when like the brony thing was really huge. And speaking of other fandoms, I actually got some stuff right here for y'all. I actually collect Hot Wheels. As you can see, we got the highly beloved 55 Gassers and some other nice classic cars. And yes, that Chevrolet Bel Air is fart themed, don't ask me why. It's scary showing your face online. Yeah, it could be. I mean, everyone has a tendency to kind of hold things against you. Hey, nice, yeah. Do any of y'all collect Hot Wheels? I've been collecting them since 2016, and, some of y'all think my Bluey collection's large, but, oh boy, if you see my Hot Wheels collection, you'll know that the Bluey collection does not hold a torch to how many Hot Wheels I got. I literally have thousands. Haven't seen Arthur in a while, but I do hear that it's a pretty good show, and I do have memories watching it. Am I gonna do any collabs? Overall, I haven't considered it. I've gotten other content creators who've asked me to do it, and, all of them are just so nice, and I kind of want to do it, but I just feel like I work better on my own, but I do feel like I should do some collabs with other people because I know they just want to talk to me and, I should be part of the community more and I should stop being such a loner. But yeah, I'll definitely consider it in the future, but as of now, I'm just kind of occupied. Can I see your Trackmaster stuff? Oh yeah, you know what? Let's take a look at the Trackmaster stuff. Why don't we? That's the Plarail stuff. Plan on animating Hideaki? Shoot, that sounds really cool. I hope you do that. That would be awesome, actually. I can't wait to see that. Would I ever consider making another OC? I'm mostly just focused on Hideaki for now. There's the other cars I got. I got some Hudson Hornets, which you might recognize from the Cars movie. Pretty cool race car. Then let's go see that Trackmaster stuff. No, I'm not a FNAF fan, sorry. So as you can see, now what's interesting about these is that I don't even know why I'm showing these, but I got most of these on OfferUp actually. And they were like dirt cheap because I know on eBay these sell for like crazy amounts of money, especially the beloved characters like Duck. But thankfully, I even paid like less than like new store price because I got these things for like literally 50 cents, dollar, $2 each because I bought them in like huge cheap bundles and lots. So you can see we got 2 Spencers. I actually have a third one down here, I think, somewhere. Then we got the narrow gauge engines. I don't know why I have 2 Peter Sams. Rheneas is kind of rare, and Diesel 10's about to consume Rheneas, so we should probably leave him alone. And what's down here? That's just... Oh, these are the hit era characters. Jeez, I don't know why, but I found so many Dennis Trackmasters. I got like 4 of them? I didn't know Dennis was that beloved. Didn't he appear in like 1 episode or something? But anyways, that's my Trackmaster stuff, since some of you wanted to see that. How many figurines do I have? Oh, geez, well, I have a lot. But yeah, we're gonna actually see most of them in a second. Potato. Yeah, I kind of listen to classical music. I do once in a while. I don't have a specific taste or favorite song, though. As you can see, we got a Bluey plush here. Magic xylophone. Just looking at it. Yeah, I'd say I enjoy making Bluey videos. It gives me a chance to talk about something I'm interested in without having to torture my family with Bluey facts, so I'd say I enjoy it. And then here, this one's actually pretty interesting. I got it framed. It's a picture, or it's actually a set of stamps, and even though it's enclosed in here, you can't really see the stamps. It's got this picture of the mailman or the mail dog or the postie. I think that's pretty cool. And as you can see, it's from the Australian Post, and I have to actually get it imported, so that's also pretty cool. And then as you can see, we got this big picture of Bluey right here. It's actually a lunchbox, but I just got it because this is one of the few times where she's facing forward. I'm surprised they would actually put that on a piece of merch just because it looks so weird, but when you collect stuff, you always go for the weird and unusual. So you can see we got some more plushies. Got a little Rusty collection over here. And I also got him some Hot Wheels Ducatis just because the whole motorbike thing. Got Bingo. We got Socks. I think I found her in Las Vegas. If y'all seen that video on my second channel where I got super excited over the Socks plush. Yeah, there's her right there. And then we got this coloring book. Then we actually have a copy of the Bluey magazine. This is actually the first issue they made. I was originally going to collect more, but I don't live in an area that sells them, so I have to pay like super expensive prices just to get one. And even then, it didn't even come with the accessories. It just came with a beat up magazine, so it was just way too overpriced on eBay. So that's why I only got one. Oh yeah, the questions from the community post. I'll do those after, if that's okay. Yeah, I actually really do like the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series. I have every single book to date. I'm not really into the Rally spin-offs. I don't really care for those, but I always try to stay up to date with the main series. And then, no, I've never really been into anime, sorry. Down here, we got some stickers. We got these from Five Below. These are pretty cool. There's a picture of a very depressed muffin while everyone else vibes in joy. That's very relatable. And oh yes, we got the Bluey chair and the infamous bingo chair. I don't know, it's just the way they stare at you that makes me laugh so hard. Like, they literally turned the character into a chair. That's literally her stomach. You're sitting on bingo, and she's just smiling. What's my biggest item? Probably that big girl over there. And then here's Bluey Monopoly Jr. And this is actually my second copy because one of these days I'm gonna actually crack open this one and do a little review on it if I get the chance. So let me know if you're interested in that, I guess. And then let's see. I think we covered most of this shelf. What's the smallest item? Actually, I'm looking at it right now. We'll get to that. We'll get to a lot of stuff. I'm sure I'll answer most of your questions when we get through this. We got some more Bluey friends up here. I noticed that Lucky doesn't tend to sell very well. I think it's just because he's not a very popular character. They don't really do a lot with him in the show, which is a shame. He seems like a nice guy. I'm just gonna hopefully it won't fall. Then over here, oh boy, we got some kind of, well, we got a kerfuffle over here. Look like those are a riot. See, we got, these are actually the bootleg toys. We got bootleg Bluey, who did some things to her father. Oops. Got some more knockoffs. We have the Cat Squad scooter. I believe these are knockoffs too. Then yeah, most of these are just knockoffs. The ones on the back though, these are legitimate ones and sets. As you can see, I try to get every single one. Gosh, imagine living in this place. Jeez. Would you all be excited or scared to live here? Because I'll tell you what, when this thing stares at me every night, I do not feel any joy whatsoever. I mean, how could you sleep with this staring at you? I dare you to try it. But yeah, those are the freaky chili bingo thingies. There's the slightly less freaky, but still relatively uncanny Bandit. Burn it. Yeah, I probably should burn it, but it feels like it's made of that really stinky, thick plastic stuff, so that would smell. That would be like a gas bomb or something. You can have nightmares. And there's the blue bingo monster thingy. There's the fake cards. Then we got some like actual official props over here. Then there's the buttermilk in the pool with the bench. Yeah, maybe for the summertime. Then we got the Mom is Awesome book. Then down here we just have some more play sets. And then we got that deluxe playground set. Down here we have even more play sets. Personally, I really like these older ones, the ones that are like the box sets with like the cover and everything. I always thought those were super cool, but the newer ones are pretty cool too. I just like how professional these look. And over here, we have a miniature bandit who has seemingly been consumed by this thing over here. No, I haven't set up a giveaway. My bad. I probably should have set up a giveaway. I have some extra stuff I actually wanted to give out, but I guess that'll have to wait another day. Then we have the squad of miniature cake toppers, including my favorite character, the red one, the white one, and those things, and the pink poodle. Can you stand up for us? Yeah, I didn't want it to stand, and oh boy, I just found it. Oh, here's the best one. The deformed dachshund. Oh, you poor soul. Uh, keep vibing, man. You're doing good. Up here we got some official stuff, so don't worry, there's no demons. Throw ones away in your sleep. Yeah, I know the pink poodle is Coco, but that thing down there, that's not Coco. That's something else. He died for your sins. So over here we got some other Bluey figurines. These are like the holiday ones. I got these two Easter ones, and these are some nice Christmas ones. I really like the Christmas ones because they're like ornaments. That's pretty cool. I actually had to import these because they didn't sell these where I live. But thankfully it wasn't that overpriced, and I got another copy of the My Mom's the Best book, and I want to show you this book because I originally just ordered one on Amazon, but for some weird reason, they gave me two completely different copies. As you can see, one is kind of discolored, and it's not even as big as the other one. And if you look on the back, one has like a USA-Canadian barcode, while the other one has a Australian one, so That's actually a pretty cool variation right there. Not sure what you would do with 2 different books if you weren't some crazy collector like me, but hey, I guess it all works out. I mean, variants are always good for collections. Then up here we got some of the 4-packs. Now, I just realized they haven't really made new figurines in a while. I know they don't like constantly come out with them, but I feel like it's been a little bit of a while. Then up here we got Bandit doing some lovely cooking. Then we got some chilies, got some Bandit variations, got some other little critters and stuff. And then, oh boy, you're not ready for this. Oh, there it is. I don't know how many there are, but maybe you can count them for me. They put Bluey in like every pack, so no matter what you open, you're gonna get a Bluey. And you're probably gonna get a Bingo too. As you can see, there's a lot of them. There's the My Dad is Awesome book. Can we just stop for a minute and just appreciate how freaking cool this cover is? Like, that is just such a powerful image right there. I mean, jeez, he's just like winning the victory. I'm pretty sure this wasn't in an episode. This was just for the book, right? That is sick cover, jeez. That is. And then up here we got one factory error. It's just Bluey wearing Bingo's garment while Bingo also has a garment, so they're just both wearing the same clothes when Bluey's is supposed to be red. Yeah, the pic definitely goes hard. That's definitely one of the best pictures they've made. New phone background. I'm pretty sure there's cleaner versions of it online, and I know some less than savory coloring book companies have used it. Then we got, oh god, got some very, very not scary at all masks. I mean, just look at this thing. I can't be the only one who thinks this is creepy, right? I mean, they're staring face forward and they have no eyes. As you can see, they put chilies on the front, so you could just stare at that. That's cursed right there. And if you want to go even better, they have black and white ones featuring Bluey's friends. I believe this is Rusty, and you could see Chloe behind it. So... Oh, these are falling. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Then we got some other stuff. This is just miscellaneous stuff. Got sunglasses, lunchbox. Then over here, we got some backpacks. This one I really like. It's just a giant picture of Bluey's face and the ears just flap around. I got that from the show bag, which comes with just a bunch of like small party stuff and merch. Here are some unofficial stickers that I got with some orders. They make a lot of these stickers. Most of them are not official and they just like rip fan art and stuff. And oh, there's Mackenzie. It's like a little bath toy. Got some colored pencils and some other stuff. Then oh, here's someone's favorite, the plushies. Got the talking one. Let's see if they work. They better.
I got an idea! For real life!
Never ceases to make me laugh. Got some nightlights. Got some other plushies. Got this sick Bluey drip for anyone who's into that. Then we got some. These are the board games. They made Trouble and Monopoly Junior. And these are actually some of my favorites. These are the Kurt Adler ornaments, I think. These are actually pretty cool. They're actually decently detailed. I actually hung them up on the Christmas tree last year. I'm not sure if I posted it. I might have posted it a while ago. Oh yeah, and yes, Bluey does have a Monopoly. I ordered it on Amazon, but I haven't seen it in stores yet. Is the Bluey show coming to the United States? Well, I mean, obviously the TV series is, but I know the play is also coming. So I might see that. Yes, I see your comment about Hearts of Iron 4, but I just don't have a response to it. Please stop spamming it. Thank you. Bluey Halloween costumes. Oh, got one right there. You know, let's go up to this top part right here. We have this Bandit Shirt. As you can see, it says, "Bad sleep now." It's got this picture of Bandit. I just thought it was funny because he looked drunk, but overall, it's actually a really nice Bandit shirt. It's not in my size, but overall, I thought it was a pretty fun thing to have. I actually had to get it all the way from Australia, and it cost me way more than I'm willing to admit. There's also a chili one, but I haven't seen that one yet. And then here's my Bandit and Chili plush. Can we just take a moment to appreciate that they actually made these? Like, they could have just made plushies of the kids, but they actually did make plushies of the parents. How cool is that? Bro, you got the Bluey drip. This makes you the most powerful person in the world. Man, I wish. And then down here we got some other stuff. This is kind of a factory error. Bingo doesn't have her sleepy eyes. It's just her normal look, so they forgot to paste the stuff on there. And then same with this one too. They forgot to make her have the sleepy or sly eyes. But those are the only factory errors I was able to find. And then I think that's most of it. So you can see down here we got some real and bootleg plushies. We got that thing, say hello to the roadkill pillow. Then we got the big one right here. This one's one of the best ones, if you could find space for it at least. Can I have permission to draw your OC? Yeah, of course, sure. I always accept fan art. You don't even have to ask. I always love getting fan art. It's one of my favorite things to do on the job, I suppose. So yeah, free to do it. Then we got some of the knockoff Bluey coloring books, which I reviewed in a recent video. I'm surprised that one hasn't done too well. I know my knockoff videos tend to get a lot of views, but I suppose people are just getting tired of it. I have kind of milked that series to death, so I'm probably going to put on hiatus for now. Why am I not answering your question? Well, I haven't seen it. Then here's some more stuff. My biggest item is that plushie down there. Hey, what's up, Socks? How do y'all pay for this? Well, it's mostly just ad revenue from YouTube. I actually run ads on my videos and I get paid for them so I could spend my money in very, very wise ways. Like buying Bingo's Bingo. That's a necessity. But yeah, I would say that my Bluey collection is kind of big. I will admit though that even for someone like me, this is getting a bit ridiculous, but to me that's just kind of the fun of it, you know. If it makes people laugh, then I succeeded, I guess. Would I want everyone at school to know I do this though? Probably not. But yeah, you know, it does kind of make me happy and it does make me really proud, so it kind of keeps me going, as weird as that sounds. What's that pink Bluey shirt? Oh yeah, this one's actually got a pretty fun design. It's a picture of the kids with the please faces. This one's really nice. You're the first person I've seen with this much Bluey. You know, I've actually seen someone on the Bluey subreddit that actually had a pretty large Bluey collection. I almost want to say it was bigger than mine, but that's debatable. So, you know, I at this point I'm thinking I might as well go for the world record for most Bluey merch, but I'm sure there's got to be someone out there that has more than me, cuz that's just how it always is. What's my favorite piece of merch? I'd probably say the best made plushies are plushies of the parents. They're actually pretty well made and they actually do look like the characters. Because even though they don't talk and they were a bit expensive, I do think the best made plushies resemble the characters the most. As the talking ones are pretty good, but they just kind of look a bit off. And same with the Go Glow one, it just kind of looks like an egg, which is fine, but I always thought the best mates had the best design. And then, yeah, the crazy sneaker collections. My stepdad loves watching videos of those. What's my least favorite piece of official merch? Honestly, I don't really have one. I kind of like most of them. I don't really find any of them outright unreasonable or overpriced. Hey, I never said I hated Lucky. I just said he wasn't that popular. That's just facts. I mean, you don't see people going about saying that Lucky's the best character. You do see a lot of people applauding his father, though, Pat, because Pat's actually a pretty good character. Bluey shoes would be pretty cool, but I don't have any of those as of now. Yeah, I already got Mackenzie plushes, but they're just probably hidden behind all of that other stuff up there. Pat supremacy. I mean, Pat is a pretty good character, and I'm honestly pretty surprised he's gotten this far because I used to think that the original plan was that Lucky was actually meant to have a bigger role and Pat was just meant to be a background character. But I feel like the roles have been changed since people latched onto him so much. Yeah, you know what? They really need to make a Mackenzie figurine. I'm surprised they haven't done that yet. I mean, we got so many characters that aren't Mackenzie. Like, we got John Luke, which, you know what? It is based off my favorite episode, so I can give it a pass. But they even made a figurine of the garbage truck dog. But I'm surprised they haven't made a Mackenzie one. That's actually really interesting. Oh, yeah, and I think they're making a Jack one too, but I haven't seen that one in stores yet. Do I like getting Rickrolled? It's complicated. I mean, it's like, ah, darn it, I got fooled. But, it is a pretty good song, so I can't be that mad. My Bluey hoard. Yeah, that's a pretty good way to put it. It is a hoard, but just a very organized one. Collection is just a nice word for hoard, let's all be honest here. Then, here's the bingo chair. And regarding some other pieces of Bluey memorabilia, the one that shall not be named is no longer with us. I've changed now, and I've been wanting to change my channel's identity, so some of my past I've had to leave behind. I know it sounds unfortunate, but I just kind of want to change myself. I want to not be seen as a complete fool, which, I'll never be completely away from that, but overall, I do kind of want some change, and that's what I'm trying to do. Why do you like fake Bluey merch? Um, well, I kind of like fake Bluey merch. It's kind of like being interested in a car accident. Like, it's such a tragedy that you should feel cringed and scared of it, which you are, but it's just so fascinating in its morbid nature. That's a really dark way to put it, but yeah, I really like the knockoffs because of just how weird and terrifying they are. The only consequence I have to pay is that these things are right across from my bed, which is not the most ideal position, but yeah, thankfully they can't walk or stand up, so if they do stand up though, then that's going to be a big, big problem for me. Fake Bluey merch is hilarious. Yeah, that's another reason why I collect them. When did Bluey Monopoly drop? I'm surprised a lot of you haven't heard about it, but I suppose they haven't really advertised it. It came out, I want to say, a couple weeks ago. Yeah, lots of Bluey. I'm surprised they actually made board games from Hasbro, because as you can see, the Moose already made quite a few board games, although I'm not sure if all of them were received well. I know a lot of these were well enjoyed, but I know there was kind of an issue with the Shadowlands board game because it was just too complicated. I can't vouch for that myself because I'm just going off of accounts from like parents and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it sucks too because it was actually a pretty good episode. Shadowlands is one of my favorites regarding earlier episodes. Why did I get out of MLP? It was mainly just because I kind of got bored with the show. I just stuck around for like a couple years and eventually moved on. But yeah, I would say that was kind of my interest before getting into Bluey, but apart from that, I really didn't have too many, apart from what I've already mentioned. Bandit cursing. I can see Bandit cursing. Baby Judo is sincere. Yeah, she was still innocent back then. I do think she should get a redemption arc, though. I've heard of the Cuphead show, but I've never seen it. But yeah, if you have any questions about if I've seen this show or if I've watched this movie, it's probably gonna be no, cause I hate to say it, but I just don't watch new shows or movies. Rarely. Then here's some other stuff. If you want to drop a couple questions, don't get too carried away because I'm not going to be able to answer them all if I get overwhelmed, but you could drop a couple questions right now since we're kind of done with the tour, I think, unless there's anything else you want to see. Oh yeah, I saw The Bad Guys. I think some of you know that probably because I posted about it, but I thought it was a decent movie. It was kind of predictable, but I thought the characters were lots of fun. It was just kind of like, they felt like just a bunch of like old friends just messing around, and I thought that part was really funny. My rarest Bluey item, once again, it's probably the Record Store Day album down there. How much did this cost? Oh, God, I don't even know. I mean, for instance, this right here, this one figurine, that's $5. And now look at it compared to all of the other stuff. I don't think I'm even going to start counting. I'm not good at math. And I'm only saying that because my math finals are in a few days and I am not ready for those. Thankfully, though, my grades haven't been that bad. In fact, they've been pretty good, so I'd say I'm still gonna pass the class. Most expensive merch? It's that album. This is it. This is the most expensive, rarest thing I got. And I'm proud of it. Even though it cost me way too much, but thankfully the ad revenue has made up for it. Yeah, too much. That's the best answer you can give. Favorite character is this guy. This blue dog with the yellow nose. But this one is cool too. I really like both of them. They're both awesome characters. In fact, most of them are awesome actually. I think there's something in like all of them that any audience could enjoy. In fact, I'm actually making a video or working on a script for a video about Judo and Wendy because of the fact that they aren't the most liked characters, but even I think they're interesting in their own regards. Bluey slippers. If there was a Bluey NFT, I would skip it. I would not buy that. Buy that. Another voice crack. Jeez. I need to get some water. My voice is getting... My throat is getting so sore. But, while I get some water... Yeah, I would not buy a Bluey NFT. I'm mostly into collecting physical stuff. Hold on, let me get some water. Sorry. I've listened to some Custard songs, but honestly, I haven't heard a lot. Favorite trait about Mackenzie? I just think he's a funny guy. I mean, he's just like so spontaneous or random. I always like that about him. Wendy and Judo need their own episode. Yeah, I think I can agree with that. I do think that they can be interesting characters, but they just haven't gotten their chance yet. What's your favorite SpongeBob episode? Ooh, I'm surprised anyone actually remembered I like SpongeBob. Um, oh geez, there are just so many good ones, but overall, I'm just gonna be general and say that basically any episode before the movie is pretty good. I always enjoyed those. I always thought they just have so much charm and humor in them, and there's still just like so many iconic moments that everyone remembers. The post-movie episodes, I know they get a really bad rap, and after rewatching some of them, I can totally understand why. Like, I saw that scene with Squidward getting his toenail ripped off when I was like, I want to say 10 or 9 years old, and it's still etched into my brain. I don't know how Nick allowed that to air, because that's just so gruesome, especially for a show aimed at younger audiences. But I do have some nostalgia for the more recent episodes of the post-movie ones just because they always aired those a lot on the channel when I was younger. We share food here, sure. Oh yeah, so I'm sorry, but the war in Ukraine, yeah, that was not a good move on Russia's part. I mean, the Ukrainian people, they're just like so devastated, and it's really unfortunate. Part of me thinks that they're trying to bring back the Soviet Union, and people online joke all the time about, oh, they're gonna bring the USSR back, but I think they're actually trying. Shoot. But anyways, let me look at my community tab and see what questions we got, because I know some of you posted them in advance. Ah, shoot. Well, I want to check them on my iPad, but YouTube implements all these features, yet they can't get the community tab on the iPad, even though there literally is a community tab, but they just don't let you see the posts. Great job, YouTube. Out of all the things you could have not changed, and out of all the things you could have fixed, you fixed the one thing you probably should have, but oh well, that's modern YouTube. But I'm sorry, I'm actually gonna take you all to my computer, and then we're just gonna do it from there. So I'm just gonna take you all over there. I'm holding you all, so don't worry, you're not losing the connection. Shoot, let me close the door. I'm sorry. Um, Sorry, it's so dark in here. Let me turn on the light. So I just need to set up my computer because YouTube doesn't want to put a community tab on my iPad. I'm using my phone to live stream. But there's my lucky ketchup packet. I don't know how that got there. But let me check my computer, and sorry for the bad view. I just don't want to show much of my office just yet because it's kind of a mess. But oh god, don't tell me the computer's not working. Yes, it is a Apple Mac. I didn't personally choose that. That was something my stepdad gave to me, and he didn't want to replace it, so I'm just kind of stuck with this thing. Works okay, but, it's an Apple Mac. You can only do so much. I would honestly watch a Bluey adult spin-off. That would be pretty cool. Especially if it started like Bandit or Chili. Hold on, let me shut the door. Sorry. Noises coming in. Alright, so if y'all can hold the questions for a second, I apologize. So let's see what questions we got, shall we? Alright, so I apologize. I'm gonna look at some questions from the community tab, so I'm gonna have to look at this instead. Let's see. What is my opinion on the episode The Creek? I'm interested. Alright, so overall, it's funny that they mentioned The Creek because I'm actually working on a video about underrated Bluey episodes, or great Bluey episodes not that many people talk about. And personally, I do think The Creek is pretty underrated because it's honestly one of my favorite episodes, but I haven't heard that many people talk about it. Oh yeah, I know Apple has released some better computers as of lately, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to afford those just yet. I'm kind of saving up for something. Not sure what I'm saving up for, though. Maybe I'll get a house or a car, but I'm not that rich, FYI. Then... Ah, shoot, that's the only question. That's the only genuine question for the live stream. Oh, you know what? Let me check the other tab. I know that's where I actually put the question. Sorry. Alright, here's the one. Yeah, the picture of Bluey at the unrenovated 1990s Taco Bell. I always loved the design of those 1990s Taco Bells. They're just the best. They're the GOAT of vintage retro restaurant design. And by the way, am I the only one who's kind of interested in unrenovated fast food restaurants? I know that's such an oddly specific niche thing to be interested in, but I always love the design of like old Burger Kings and Taco Bells. They just radiate a completely different energy from the newer restaurants. And the newer McDonald's restaurants look pretty good, but the old ones do carry some charm. Even though the last old McDonald's I went to smelled like Chuck E. Cheese tokens, so that was something. Do you like bananas? Yeah, I actually do. I eat one. I try to eat one for breakfast almost every morning or once in a while. By the way, has anyone seen that new Rescue Rangers movie? I was actually just watching that before I realized it was 5 and I had to come over and start the live stream, but I'm gonna finish it after I finish this stream up. So let's start off with the first question from SCTX Siren Spotter. Could you see there possibly being a Bluey spin-off series aimed at more mature audiences? While the odds are probably low to zero, the idea still intrigues me. Overall, I do actually feel like there could be a chance because now that I think about it, the creator Joe Brum does want to move away from making kids content and make more adult content. So that would be pretty interesting if he decided to move into making adult content by making a more mature Bluey spin-off featuring like Chili and Bandit. That would be awesome. Because I feel like they would work really well as main characters. Fairy Tales, I assume you're referring to the Bluey episode? That's one of my personal favorites. So, oh my gosh, my throat is so sore. This poor thing is cranking out voices. Alright, so here's the next question from Yogo Wafo, something like that, I'm sorry. Do you think we'll continue to observe characters getting older as the show progresses? That's an interesting one I've been asked before, and overall, I'm pretty sure I can't guarantee this because my memory is so bad. Ah, jeez. What's that car honking about? Jeez, people drive like crazy around here. But anyways, so I know the characters have gotten a little bit older before, but if my memory is not failing me, which it normally does, I think they're gonna stop aging the characters or make it significantly slower if that asks your question or answers it. Do you so here's a question from Jonathan Grant. Do you think an online MMO based on Bluey could work? Since people love making OCs based on the show? I think it could. That would be pretty cool. That's all I have to say. I don't know much about MMOs, so I apologize if that's my best answer. One of my favorite shows growing up and one I still kind of fondly look back on is Thomas. I used to love trains as a kid, so I used to absolutely love that show. Dare I say, I was basically addicted to it for the longest time. I don't know what would happen if Bluey crossed over with another show like Spongebob or Gumball. I don't know what Sabaton is. I feel like I know, but I feel like I've heard about Cory Meets World, but I've never seen it. Once again, I don't watch that many shows or movies, I'm sorry. Well, I gotta hop out. Congrats on 30K. Oh, thank you, Rock Socks, I know. It's a shame to see you leave, but I understand, because we're probably gonna be here for a while, but thanks for showing up to the live stream. But yeah, if you don't know, Rock Socks, I'm not sure if they make videos anymore, but I know they used to make some Bluey content back in the day, and I used to actually enjoy a few of their videos, so that's why I give them a little shout out. If I had an opportunity to add a Bluey character, I'd just add mine. Is that a bad answer? What would my channel be like if Bluey didn't exist? Now, I'm just going to take a minute to actually say some things because that's a really interesting question. Now, for some of my really old veterans, you'll know that I didn't always make Bluey content. In fact, I actually started out with Minecraft content because my brother started a channel and I was actually inspired by him. And the reason why we call it B&B is because each B meant to be to our first names or our names in general, and it was meant to be a channel between us, but eventually he left to go do his own thing. But yeah, if Bluey didn't exist, I'd probably just make more Minecraft content or review another show like Thomas or something. Do I like boats? Personally, boats. I've never really been into boats or planes as much as cars or trains. Oh shit, that was a good bar, but anyways. I've never really been to boats or trains that much, but I can see the appeal behind them. They're pretty cool. Yeah, being neighbors with Bluey, that'd be pretty cool. I don't play that many video games. The only one I used to play was Minecraft, but I don't really play any video games anymore just because I'm always out of time. Roller coasters, I actually enjoy them. I just don't like the loops because loops don't necessarily hurt me, but there was this one time I rode on California Screamin' at Disney California Adventure. I think it's called the Incredible Coaster now or something, and I hurt my neck. And yeah, that kind of made me stay away from any roller coasters with loops, but other than that, I do enjoy myself a really good roller coaster. Bluey should get a video game. I mean, Peppa got one on the PS4, and it was like a kind of big launch too. Surprised they haven't made like a console or computer Bluey game yet. And I'm not talking about like those little mini games on the website. Should out-of-towners go to Disneyland? I don't really know that much about Disneyland, so it's kind of hard for me to say, but based on personal experience, I would say that it's good if you're like coming on vacation to the area because it's kind of like a 1 day, 2 day thing. Because it's nothing like Disney World where they just have like so many different parks and things to go to. But I'd still say it's definitely enjoyable. In fact, my parents used to actually have annual passes to Disneyland, but they just keep raising the prices and it just became too expensive, so we don't really go anymore, but we do try to find other ways to entertain ourselves, I suppose. Well, I don't know what would happen if Bluey wasn't like Mario Kart or frankly any video game, but I'm sure there's got to be mods for that. I don't really have any SpongeBob merch, sorry. Or you know what, I used to have One Piece, and I wish I had it so much because it was so freaking hilarious. So the story is, and yes, this is story time with B&B. He's going to tell you a personal story, so buckle up. So my dad, who isn't my stepdad, I'm talking about the dad that divorced my mom. My original dad and I, we lived in this not so great area when I was really young. It was a kind of messed up low income area. But at Walmart, there was this little carnival going on in the parking lot. And I don't have that many memories of it, but my dad said that it was like really dirty and run down. And it was just like very, very cheap and janky. And one of the prizes we got for winning first place in the balloon popping game was a cheap like dollar store portrait with a printed out picture of SpongeBob in it. It's so ridiculously random. Like, what would a kid do with a framed portrait of SpongeBob? But yeah, that's what we won as the prize, and I think it was actually displayed for a few years in my dad's house, but I don't think it's around with us anymore because I know my dad and my family has kind of fallen on hard times once in a while, and we did eventually have to move out of that house. So unfortunately, I think the SpongeBob portrait got kept up and all that stuff, and I still miss my Trackmaster Proteus. I'm pretty sure he got marked as one of the losses too. He had to stay behind, but I hope I don't know what happened to my Trackmaster Proteus, but I hope he's doing well because as far as I'm concerned, the bank foreclosed on him. So I hope he's doing well. But yeah, that's my story about the SpongeBob portrait I got at the carnival. Gosh, I don't know how I remember that. I think it's just because it's such a ridiculous story. I have a framed portrait of the 20th Century Fox logo. That's kind of interesting. Where'd you get that from? Overall, I don't think that many Bluey characters are overrated. Or actually, I'm just saying that because I don't want to riot in the comments section, but overall, I think they all get the attention they deserve. And yes, I like drawing. If you see my Twitter and my Instagram, you'll know that I post a lot of drawings, mostly of my characters and occasionally some other stuff. I'm not going to tell you where I live, or even the state or the area, but if you've seen the footage I take in the background of my videos, that should give you a little hint. Just a little hint. Have you ever seen Fairly Odd Parents? I used to think it was called Fairy Odd Parents for the longest time, and only recently did I realize it was Fairly Odd Parents, which is on Stupid Me's fault, but yeah, I used to love that show growing up, even if I never had the correct title in mind. Is that like a Mandela effect or something, where I thought it was Fairy Odd Parents and not Fairly? Or am I just going crazy because I have a tendency to do stuff like that? What if BFDI and Bluey crossed over? I don't know. I don't know anything about BFDI. Sorry. No free Robux. I don't play Roblox. Sorry. What if Bluey got spoofed on South Park? That would be pretty funny, but I don't watch South Park that much. Have you ever been to the northeast coast of the US? No, unfortunately not, but I want to get over there someday. There's a lot of history and interesting stuff that I want to see. Yes, I used to watch Leo Kim Video. He used to be one of my favorite YouTubers. Unfortunately, I know he's kind of had some struggles with the YouTube algorithm and the restrictions, but overall, I still do watch his content when he posts. I'm gonna hop off now. See you later, BNB. Oh, thank you for joining the live stream. But yeah, thank you so much for joining. Funhouse TV channel idea? I don't know about that. Sorry. If Bandit didn't exist, what would my favorite character be? Overall, I think it would probably be probably just one of the other family members, like maybe Bingo or Bluey, because they're just really fun characters, and Chili's always a very nice and wise character. And you know what? We're actually filming in my Hot Wheels collection. Wow, would you look at that? Yeah, as you can see, I got more than a few items. I mean, once again, as I said, if you thought my Bluey collection was large, you ain't seen nothing yet, son. Oh, gosh, this is a lot. Do anybody know what these cars are? Because these aren't your ordinary kids' toys. These are the special ones. Yeah, I actually found this one at a supermarket, and there's actually one I found in a gift shop at an amusement park, so... And no, I don't watch anime, sorry. I'ma head out. See you later, BNB. Oh, thank you, Pew Pew, for joining. Yes, we need to see Bluey in Minecraft and in Lego form. I think it would work perfectly since they're blocky. Do I have any Raggedy Ann toys? No, I don't collect Raggedy Ann. No offense, but I think 4-year-old me was always traumatized by the design of the old vintage Raggedy Anns because they just have like these big black eyes, and those always unnerved me, so I feel bad saying this, but Raggedy Ann kind of gave me some childhood trauma because the design kind of unsettled me. But yeah, these are some of the Hot Wheels I got. It would be funny if... Oh yes, I'll give a shout out to your grandfather. Hello, Larry. That's nice of you to give a shout out to your grandfather. I mean, I used to see my grandpa every weekend, or my father's father. I haven't seen him that much lately just because I've been so busy, but I do really cherish him, so I'm glad you did that. It reminded me of those moments right there. This is gonna sound crazy, but I do in fact have more Hot Wheels than Bluey stuff. Like, as I mentioned before, Bluey does not hold a torch to the Hot Wheels collection I own. I would show you it all, but it just keeps going on and on and on. Maybe I'll show some more stuff in the future for my Hot Wheels collectors who are interested in. Nice Prius. No, I don't watch anime. Why do you keep asking that? I already said no. I don't watch anime. I'm sorry. And it's probably not going to change soon. Um, let's see. I'm just going to move the camera for a second. Sorry. Let's go back to the bedroom where the collection is. Um, I don't know how tall he is yet, but maybe I'll decide that in the future. So anyways, back here, it's magic. Do you love me? I'm not sure about romance, but I guess as a follower or friend, then yeah, I suppose. It depends on the definition, though. You know, context is important. And here's some posters I got. There's the Bluey house. It's basically just a large portrait of the Bluey family. They were a bit expensive, but they're super detailed and they're pretty cool. What if a company other than Disney acquired Ludo? I'm not sure about that, I'm sorry. I actually had a video discussing the different scenarios about what would happen if Bluey was sold, but I haven't gotten a chance to work on it. You know, there's a lot of projects, and I hate to say this, there's so many projects that I've tried to work on, and I have so many scripts I've made, but I just haven't gotten around to finishing them, mainly because of time, or just because I'm not sure if people would actually see that. Because I know some of my videos just get a ton of views, like, that Rusty video has, like, 3 million views or something crazy, or almost 3 million. And then some videos people just don't watch. Oh, I'm heading out, see you soon. Oh, bye. Bye, sorry about that. I didn't know how to pronounce your name. Always struggle to finish things, yeah. I know it's been kind of a struggle for me. Because I always, like, work on stuff, but I never finish it. Yeah, we could be friends, Eugene. I know you follow me on Instagram. But yeah, sure. Jemmy's Singing Toy Collection? I don't collect those, sorry, so I can't really do a collection video on that. If Bluey did end, I'd probably be a bit sad, but I'd probably talk about the show for a little bit more and then I'd have to move on to something else. Blame the YouTube algorithm. Yeah, definitely. It seems that my videos, they just drop them and then since it doesn't get recommended, nobody watches it, which is a shame, but my videos have still gotten decent amount of views, so I can't complain that much. Oh yeah, and by the way, my r/place video. Oh, and shout out to your friend Dragon. Oh, thank you for the comment. Um, oh yeah, about the r/place video. So overall, let me think. Ah, darn it, my brain just had a brain fart. Ah, stupid. So yeah, the r/place video. I know the event started on like the beginning of April, and the video is super delayed. But I am proud to announce that I have begun production on it just yesterday or a couple days ago, I think. A Papa G Dog. Um, but yeah, it's gonna take a while, and it's gonna be almost like more of a documentary or a more high budget film, if that makes any sense. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll know that I actually gave a sneak peek and released a portion of the video, so if y'all want to see that, check my Twitter. But yeah, it's taken a while, but I am making progress to getting that thing done because I feel like if I do it right and I don't rush, that could be one of the best videos on my channel. So all these videos that YouTube never recommended to me, yeah. YouTube, for some reason, YouTube likes to recommend my old cringy stuff, but honestly, I don't really want that many people to see my old videos because they're just trashed in my opinion. I mean, they're not terrible, but I really like my newer videos better. So it's kind of a shame that most people just see my older videos and just think about me based on those and not the newer content I'm trying to make. What places have I been to? Mostly just a few cities like Vegas and Florida, and Orlando, which is in Florida, and a few other cities in Florida, but not that many places. How would you react if Bluey aired in China? I'm not sure. I think it would be pretty interesting. China does have a lot of potential fans that could like the show, so it would be pretty good for it. I gotta leave the stream. Oh, see you later. Bye bye. Sorry, I couldn't think of anything else to say. I know this stream is getting a bit long. I'm just gonna stick around for a little bit more. I really don't have any other ideas on what to do. They made a 3D Bluey spinoff. I'm not ready for Bluey in 3D. I don't think she works at all in 3D. Never been to New Mexico. Have I tried watching the Bluey Japanese dub? Haven't tried it yet, but that sounds interesting. So yeah, I think that's all I had to show. Is there anything else y'all wanted to see? Yeah, I just joined. Oh, hi there. Oh yeah, I definitely like official Bluey merch more than knockoff merch. Knockoff merch can be funny, but it can get freaky sometimes, so I think you're making a safe bet by just sticking with the official content. The value of my collection, yeah. I don't think anybody would be able to figure that out. There's just so much stuff. Most terrifying knockoff item? Oh no, I haven't been to Georgia, sorry. The only southern state I've visited is Florida. But I'd like to visit some of the other states someday. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get the most terrifying thing in my collection. Alright, here it comes. I'll always love you, Bingo. Yeah, that's the fakest thing in my collection, but do you remember my fan art? Where did you post it? I'm sorry. I'm not sure if you go by a different name or if you're like on Instagram or Twitter. I don't mean to discount you, but I just get a lot of fan art and my memory is terrible, but I probably have it. So before any of y'all ask me questions, I'm actually out of water right now, so I'm gonna leave the camera right here and I'm gonna go downstairs, but I'll be back in a minute, so I'm gonna be absent, but I'll be back in a minute, I promise. I'm not leaving y'all here. Sorry, I gotta go. This is the sound of the door closing. Well. Look who's back. Sorry, I gotta drink the water, actually. Don't leave us with the demon, yeah. We'll get her out of here. Yes, he has returned indeed. You missed a chili move. Nice one. Oh shoot, where did she go? Oh darn, she's gone. Anyways. But yeah, thankfully I got some water, so my voice won't be completely dry, because if I get a sore throat, it's gonna be all over. My favorite meal? I like chicken strips. I've always did. They're still some of my favorites. And my neighbor is apparently starting up their UFO, so if you hear some strange noises in the background, yeah, they like to start up their UFO every night. No, I don't have a TikTok yet. I was kind of considering it, but I just don't really trust TikTok, even though you can't really trust any big tech company these days. Have a good night, y'all, afternoon, or whatever time it is. Oh, thank you, Tango Space. He is being controlled by the demon for a second. But, yeah. I know, like, a lot of Bluey creators are on TikTok, and they're just getting, like, really popular. So I've kind of wanted to join in on that. And I know even the official Bluey account has a TikTok account now, which is kind of crazy. But overall, I'm just not really sure what I do on there. I mean, I'd probably just make those short generic fact videos, but I'm not sure if people are really going to want to see that, or especially my fans. And I feel like it would just take time away from my YouTube channel. So it's kind of a complex situation, but maybe one day I'll get on TikTok or something, because I know a lot of you don't like TikTok, but I know a lot of you do too. So, it's definitely in open arms. There's already YouTube Shorts. Yeah, that's true. YouTube basically has their own TikTok version of TikTok, for better or worse. And let's see. What else are we gonna do here? Shoot, we have all night to go talk about stuff. My favorite pizza topping? Personally, I like sausage. I know that's kind of a weird choice, but I do like sausage on pizza. Favorite McDonald's order? Now that's a good one. Jeez, are y'all asking me food questions specifically to torture me? Because I have not eaten dinner and I'm starving. But anyways, my favorite order, I do like the nuggets, but I also like the quarter pounder too. I just don't get it that much because I kind of want to stay somewhat healthy. You're one of the nicest YouTubers I've seen. Oh, thank you. I don't really think any of the Bluey characters are specifically creepy, but overall I think it's kind of hard to make them creepy just because they have such a simple design. Do I think Disney will air Dad Baby? As of now, there's just been so much outcry about it that it's just kind of mainstream now. But overall, I don't think they're gonna have any plans to air it. With all of the controversy and drama there's already been, they would have aired it by now if they ever changed their mind. Have I seen the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie yet? No, I haven't seen the Sonic movie, sorry. Um, you know what? This is gonna be a bit unprofessional because I haven't set it up yet, but what do y'all think about me doing a Bluey tier list while we're here and we have a little bit more time to spare? Does that sound good? I've never eaten a Mr. Beast burger yet, sorry, but I might try it. Yeah, I like frogs. So y'all want me to do a tier list? It's just gonna be a short one. I'm not gonna do the episodes one because that one's gonna be way, way, way too long. I tried to film a video on that, but it was just too long. But we could do like the characters or some of the episodes. Just a little short one, a little thing. Some of you are saying no, but hey, I guess most of you want it, so I guess I'll have to do that. So, we got a little bit more time. I mean, I could have just ended the live stream right now, but I know some of y'all want to stay a bit longer, and that's respectable, so let's go see if we can go find a Bluey tier list. I'm gonna move the camera into my computer room, so we're gonna go back there. You just heard the door squeak. Yep, majority rules. It's the fairest way to be. So, let me put the camera down, and I'm just gonna take a minute to set up a little tier list. I'm just gonna find one on Tier Maker, and we'll be on our merry little way. What do y'all think about that? Yes, I can see your house. I covered up most of the camera, but trust me, you're not missing out on much. Car reveal. Fortunately, I don't really own a car yet, but I'd love a 70s Lincoln Continental. That would be sick, but I don't have one yet. Thankfully, I don't think they're that much, though, so maybe if I save up a little, I can eventually get one. That's kind of like my dream car as of now. What's one of the numbers on your social security? Ah, nice try. Alright, so let me set up this tier list. Let's see. Do y'all want to do some episodes, or do you want to do characters? What do y'all think? Episodes or characters? Which ones do you want? So we got one for characters. 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 What video edit do I use? I just use iMovie. Nothing sophisticated. Dare I say my editing methods are quite basic. Alright, so there's one vote for episodes, but it looks like everyone wants charters. You know what? We're gonna do charters. Oh, I'm sorry, characters. Oh, but shoot, I guess we're gonna have to do characters. I know there's actually quite a few Bluey characters tier lists. Let's see. Hold on, let me set up something real quick. But yeah, let me set it up, and I guess we'll do characters. There's just one for seasons 1 through 3, so that'll be the most updated. Although, spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen season 3 yet. So, prepare for that if you must. And I was kind of scared of doing characters because, let's all be honest, there's going to be a riot by the end of this, because my opinions are not everyone's opinions, so there's going to be some trouble with that. But, yeah, I'm gonna set it up. The website's loading a bit slow, but we'll get there. We will get there. It just needs a minute. You know what? My computer's been having some Wi-Fi problems too, so for all I know, it could just like cut out in the middle of the tier list, and that's gonna suck, but let's see how far we can get without this baby crashing. So I'm just gonna load up tierlist.com. Yeah, you like that typing sound? I haven't seen BFDI yet. I don't know what that really is, and I've gotten a lot of questions about BFDI. I really have interest in seeing it yet. Sorry. Alright, let me get the tier list thing. Sorry. Just getting distracted there. Put Judo in S tier. Yeah, it is a bit dark right now. You know what? Let me turn on the lights. Why is it so dark in here? And let me turn on the lights so y'all aren't left in the dark, because I know that looks super intimidating on screen. Alright, there you go. Just a view of my desk. Yeah, we're doing a tier list. Bluey characters. That's it. Just to spice things up a little and maybe get me canceled by the fandom for my bad opinions, but hopefully not. Alright, so I don't really have the screen recorder yet. Oh shoot, that's for the episodes. Let's see, which one has... That one only has a few characters. Which one has the most characters? Let's see. That one has... Oh shoot, this one has... I don't think it has all the characters, but it has quite a few of them. As you can see right here, I'm just going to show the phone camera it. There, we got all the characters. Look, we've got Alfie, Indy's mom, Jack's family. So we got a decent amount of characters. And more than enough to start a controversy in this video. So, I'm just gonna scroll up here. Yeah, I don't have a professional screen cap. I do have one ready, but unfortunately I don't trust it because my computer's so garbage. But, alright, so first one's Alfie. What do y'all think? I personally think he's a wonderful character, but what do y'all think? Where should Alfie go? Now, he's a relatively minor character, but I do feel like he's just such a charming, wholesome character. All of them F tier. Well, that would make things even. Overall, I don't feel like he does that much though, but he's just such a wholesome, down-to-earth guy, and I can relate to him on a lot of levels, so I still think A tier is kind of a fair adjustment for him, although you could argue that's a little bit high. Alright, so we got Aunt Trixie. Ooh, should we do B or C? Because Aunt Trixie is a decent character, but she really does not do that much. She's just kind of there, and she, like, ate the chips once. I know some of y'all are fans of her, but she never really stuck out to me. Got some saying C. C. She ate a whole pack of chips. B, D. I'm getting some B's, D's, and C's. I'm just gonna put her in the middle. I think C is fair. Oh boy, we got one of the big guns. We got Bandit Healer, and he's going all the way to the top. Or, you know what? Yeah, you know what? He goes at the very top. He's one of the best. He's just such a great guy. And then we got Bentley. Overall, she could go in C tier. She's harmless. She hasn't done anything inherently dislikable, but she's just kind of there. F tier, just kidding. Make an SSS tier for Bandit. Oh boy. Here we got Bingo. And you know what? I'm gonna have to make a special tier list just for Bingo. So you can see we're gonna put it below. We're gonna make it blue. Oops, I did the wrong color. Oh, snap. I'm gonna make this one D tier. So that's D tier. And then that's F tier. That's what y'all agreed upon, right? Nah, I'm just kidding. Ooh, she's definitely above A tier, because she's just such an amazing character. But is she really on the same level as Bandit? I mean, I kind of want to put her up there because I know if I don't put her at the highest rank, she can easily destroy the entire world. I mean, she basically did in Sleepy Time, so I don't want to anger her. Let's see. I know a lot of people love Bingo a lot, and I do agree that she's an amazing character, but I'm just not sure if she's as good as Bandit. Yeah, some people are saying I should make a higher tier for Bandit, and I guess, shoot, we'll make a row above that. I can vibe with that. Let's see. So here's the new tier, and as you can see, yeah, I guess I'll kick Bandit up here. What should I name it? I'm not sure if I should name it SS because there's some kind of historical connotations to that, but I guess we'll put the Giga Chat. I think that's a safe name that won't bring up any controversy. Oh yeah, S+, that's a good name too. Let's put S+. I think that'll be more fair. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, I think this is pretty fair. So we got Bluey! My brother always likes to say it as if he's part of the title screen. He goes, Bluey! And it's just so funny, but anyways. Gosh, I feel like she should be the best because she's the main character, but she's kind of a bit generic in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, she's super creative and Bluey is a really fun character, but I don't feel like she just has the same sting as Bingo or Bandit. I don't think she deserves to be on the same rank as Alfie, though, because obviously Bluey's a lot more important. Oh yeah, a lot of people... Should I put Bluey as S tier? Someone put A+, and that's basically S tier. What do y'all think? Should Bluey go in S tier? I'm gonna head out soon. Thank you for live streaming. Oh, you're welcome. A tier, S tier, A. Sure. S, A, S, SAS. So how's it going? Which one is it gonna go in? Gosh. I think we'll leave her at A tier, or S tier. I don't want to make one sibling look better than the other. Because if we've watched the episode Kids, we all know that's not how it works, but we might change it later. And here we got the most popular character, Grandpa Bob, who appears in like every single episode, and yeah, I'm gonna put him at C tier. He doesn't do a lot. And oh boy, here's a fan favorite. We got the Busker. We don't see the Busker that much. He's basically just a background character, and a blue you'll see of the composer, which is actually pretty awesome. Overall, he doesn't really serve the same plot relevance as the kids, but he's not as like Giga Chad as Bandit either. But Busker, you can't hate Busker. He's just an amazing character, just the way he is. And yeah, I agree, he is cool. Gosh, I don't think he's as good as Bandit or the main characters. I'm gonna have to leave him at A tier. I know some of y'all are not gonna like that, but I think for a background character, that's very generous and extremely high praise. Alright, so we got Calypso. Overall, Calypso was never really one of my favorites, but I know a lot of people like her character, and I can understand why. She is a pretty wise, overall nice, calm character, which I always respect. So I think I'll put her at A tier. I think that's fair. What do y'all think? Does Calypso deserve to go in A tier? Some of you are saying B, some of you are saying A, one of you said S. Let's see what the other people have to say. A lot of people are saying B tier. Should I drop her down to a B? Not give her the highest grade? Or should I give her an A? B, A, B, A. Well, a lot of you are saying B, and I don't know. I think she deserves a little bit more. Some people are saying S. And we might move her down later, but I'm just gonna say A tier. So we got, I believe this is Captain. Overall, he does have more relevance than Grandpa Bob, so I'll put him at B tier because I don't think he's as good as like Alfie or Calypso though, but he's overall still a decent character. So I'm gonna put him at B tier. Is that fair? So if you're saying C, yeah, that's reasonable too. I just think he's better than these three, but not as good as these three, if you know what I mean. So it's natural for me to kind of place him in between. And then, oh boy, here's the last main family member. We got Chili. Yeah, she's definitely going in S+ tier. Chili's just a great character. She's wise. She knows how to pick people up when they're down. And she's overall just such a nice mom. I think she's definitely up there with Bandit. I know she was kind of sidelined in like the first episodes, but I do think she's getting more of the screen time she deserves. And then here's some other parents. We got Chloe's dad. Overall, he's mostly a background character, but he was good in Octopus, so I'd put him at a B. Chloe's mom doesn't do much though, so I'm gonna have to put her at a C because she's definitely at a lower level than Chloe's dad, because we didn't get an episode about Chloe's mom, but she's harmless, so I guess we'll put her right there with all the other supportive characters. Then we got Coco's mom. Now, Coco's mom, Bella, I think is her name. It's kind of hard. I mean, she did help Chili out in Baby Race, so that was pretty nice of her. For that and having to take care of so many kids, I'm just gonna respect that and put that at B tier instead of C tier. Because I do feel like she deserves C tier, but she's too nice for it. So I'm gonna be a bit generous. Yeah, the "you're doing great" message, that was one of the best moments right there. And then, let's see here. Let's see, we got Doreen? She's a nice lady. She's just wholesome. I'd totally vibe with her. So I'm placing her at B tier. And then, here is Fido. I think it's pronounced Fido. For the longest time, I've pronounced it Fido for some reason, and nobody bothered to correct me until recently. So that's kind of embarrassing, but overall, I think Fido, he honestly doesn't do that much. I mean, he kind of vibes with Bandit and Cafe, but he really does not do a lot, and let's be honest, he's just Pat with a different coat of paint. Or John Luke's dad. They're all kind of the same, now that I think about it. So here's Frisky. I know some of y'all love her. Well, she is a pretty nice character. She definitely is a really fun character to see in a lot of episodes. She hasn't gotten that many roles, but I think she would do great in future episodes. I'm not sure if she's as great as these ones up here, but she was a somewhat fun character, and I think her chemistry with Rad was pretty great, so I'm gonna put her at B tier. Overall, decent, or pretty good. Wait, yeah, B. It's alright to change your minds, we can easily fix these. B is fair, yeah. That's why I put it there. Overall, let's see, what other characters can we put? Let me readjust the camera, sorry. So let's see, we got, ooh, Granddad Mort, that's a good one. Overall, even though he's not really my favorite, Granddad is just such a fun character. He's always kind of wild or the crazy one. And that's always fun to see, so I'm honestly gonna put him at A tier. He's just such a fun character, and I'm glad he came back in season 3 because we definitely needed more of him. Wish I could say the same about some other grandparent, but maybe Grandpa Bob will get his chance. But for now, Granddad Mort is a pretty cool guy. Then down here we got Grubber. Now, I think the fact that he's a German Shepherd is pretty cool. I always thought those were kind of cool dogs, even though I'm unfortunately allergic to dogs, so I don't have any right now. But Grubber, he has a cool design, but let's all be honest, he rarely comes about in the show, and he rarely does anything. He's essentially a background character, which is kind of interesting that they would put so much into his design, but maybe he'll appear in a future episode, so for that potential, I guess I'll have to put him at C tier because at least all of these characters have speaking lines or did something. I'm not sure. I feel like D tier is a bit harsh. D tier is for like the characters that are a bit dislikable, and then F tier, I don't even know if we're gonna use that. F tier is just like completely unforgivable. But you know, I'm gonna be pretty tolerant, so I believe this is Harley. I always thought she had a cool design. She kind of reminded me of like a gummy shark or something. But she really doesn't do that much, and I really don't care for her that much. So I might have to put her in D tier. Yeah, I don't think that many people are going to be outraged, right? I'm not sure if Harley's anyone's favorite character. Because at least B tier, at least they spoke and did something, and C tier is at least they existed in an interesting way. But, yeah, Harley's just a background character, but Chloe certainly isn't. Honestly, I think Chloe's one of the better members of Bluey's friends. She's just an overall very fun, bubbly character, and she's always fun to see in episodes, so I'm gonna put her at A tier. She's just an overall fun character, but I don't think she just has the same impact or greatness as these ones up here, so I think A is fair. A is for, like, the genuinely fun characters, I would say. And then down here, we got Coco. Now, Coco's never been one of my favorites. She's just always been kind of the outcast. I mean, there's not really much to her character, although the fact that she's a poodle is kinda cool, I guess. But yeah, someone mentioned C tier, and I think that's fair. She really doesn't do a lot. But yeah, she doesn't make that many appearances, and overall, she just doesn't do a lot, so I just don't really see that much in her, but I guess it would be fun to see her in a future episode. My dad hates poodles, so F tier. Oh, that's unfortunate. But yeah, I do think she's kind of a fun character, but just not as fun as these, unfortunately. Now, Honey, I think Honey's a bit more interesting, but she can come off as a bit abrasive or a bit too aggressive sometimes, but she usually just means well, so I won't say too much about that. But overall, I do think Honey is also a fun character. Although we only get to see her once in a while, I feel like with a lot of these characters, we don't see them very often, even like the characters they made merch out of. But I do feel like with the upcoming episodes, we might get to see them more, so I feel like they're just waiting for the potential. And here's John Luke. Now, I know a lot of you love John Luke for some reason, and I don't know if it's the shipping or if because you think he's a great character, but overall, I've never really cared for John Luke. I mean, he did appear in one episode, and he was a nice kid, and he did play a crucial role in the episode, my favorite episode, Camping. But other than that, he's basically just going to be a one-time character, and he didn't do too much, but he wasn't a necessarily bad or boring character. So I think, I don't know. I'm not sure if he's as great as these other characters. But overall, I'm just gonna place him at B tier, just because he did play a decent role, even if it was only for one time. Everybody ships Bluey and John Luke for some reason. Yeah, there's a lot of people who do that. Oh boy, here's the interesting one. We got Judo. Oh boy. Alright, where do y'all want to place Judo? I know what y'all are gonna say. I beg to differ, but I want to see what y'all were saying. Yeah, so obviously a lot of you just don't like Judo. Yeah, I I understand why people want to place her in F. And you know what? I do think she does have some potential though, because I think her design is kind of interesting. And overall, I do think she has potential. Like, it would be kind of interesting to see why she acts the way she does, or why she doesn't hang around that much. But overall, as the way she stands, she can understandably come off as a dislikable character, but because of the fact that there's some potential to her, I'm gonna do something a bit interesting. So, you know what? Since Judo is such a good character, or, you know, she's not that good, but she does have some potential, so I'm gonna put her at SSS tier because you never know, she might be the best character, and I don't want to be wrong with my future prediction, so we're gonna put her all the way up there. And, Lucky's not my favorite, but I don't have anything against him, so yeah, we'll just put him at C. He has potential, but they haven't done a lot with him. You know what? Yeah. Bandit was so mean in obstacle course. I'm gonna have to give him an F. Yeah. I'm going to unsub after this one. Oh boy. Honestly, I just did this to see the chat blow up. But don't worry, I'll fix it later, but... Anyways, I'm gonna put Mackenzie at... Does he deserve better than an A? You know what? I'm really feeling nice today, so I'm gonna put Mackenzie at S tier because even though he's not as important as the other characters, there's a lot to love about Mackenzie. He's just an overall such interesting yet fun kid, and it's always a joy to see him in episodes because he just adds so much. And yeah, we're gonna fix that. Don't panic. All better. You know what? I'm gonna have to make an E tier. I can't diss Harley like that, but I can't diss Judo that hard either. So yeah, E tier. She has potential, but she just hasn't really shown it or made that much of a good impression. I mean, for goodness sake, she wasn't even invited to Bingo's birthday party in Handstand, although they were supposed to be friends. Maybe Bingo's got some, like, grudge or something else happened, but oh well. Now, Missy. Missy, overall, she was a fun character in Pirates, but she really didn't do that much. Overall, I couldn't really care that much for her, so I'm gonna put her at C tier. Yeah, Bandit should go all the way to the top. I don't want to really place one parent above the other because I just think they're both great, just in their own unique way, if that makes any sense. I think Bingo dislikes Judo. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, they supposedly made up at the end of the episode, but I can see how Bingo would have been affected by that in the long run. Now, here's a nice one. We got the Terriers. You know, they don't really do that much, and they're not really a character or a group that really resonated with me, but they do have a lot of fun moments, and they're just kind of unique in their own fun way. And I really like how they always work in groups. That's always kind of a fun dynamic. Like, they're so connected to each other, we don't even know their individual names. They're just, like, united as one group. So I'm gonna put them at B tier. Then we have Winton. Ooh, now Winton's an interesting character because I know a lot of people aren't fans of him, but to me, he just comes off as such an adorable character. Like, you know, he's just this little guy who's trying to get through life. His parents divorced, which is something I can relate to. And overall, he's struggling, but he's trying to make it, and I can respect that. So, because of how much sympathy I got for him, I'm gonna be nice, and it's gonna be Winton's lucky day, because I'm gonna bump him up to A tier. This is just the very fun characters or personally relatable section at this point. So we got Hercules. Now, Hercules, to me, I know he's a different breed, but he always kind of reminded me of just a bigger version of Winton. Now, Hercules is interesting because he's basically just a typical bully who just kind of harasses the other characters in one episode, and then he just becomes nice and that's it. I can see why people like him, but I can also really understand why people don't. Hi, B&B, your channel's the best. Oh, thank you. Mackenzie Supremacy. He's wide. Oh yeah, I forgot I made that joke in the old tier list episode. Jeez, I forgot I actually already made a tier list of the Bluey characters, but this will be an updated one, if you will. So, let's see. Overall, I don't think he's on the same level as Judo. I think he is a bit more likable, but he's still not that great. And his redemption was just kind of meh. So I'm just gonna put him at D tier. That's nothing against Harley, though. M for Morning Wendy. Dang, you got me craving Wendy's now. I know I said I'll eat healthy, but maybe I'll get a burger tonight or something. You know, I was originally gonna go to, like, a restaurant or do something interesting tonight, but I decided that I should hang out with my followers instead, because I know a lot of you wanted to see that, so I decided to stay with y'all tonight. B&B is the best channel ever. Oh, thank you. Oh, here is, Marcus. Overall, he did kind of... I mean, he was kind of funny during the tea short, but other than that, he really didn't do that much, so just for eating that soggy stuff during the tea party, I guess he was kind of funny. So, C tier you go. In and Out sounds good. Ooh, that sounds really good right now. I'm so tired, but I'm forcing my eyes open for the live stream all. Jeez, I used to be tired. I was tired yesterday and I had to go to sleep early, but thankfully I got some energy for myself. Yeah, the soggy wafers or something like that. I forgot what he was eating, but it was something soggy. And then Honey's mom, overall, she's in the same tier. She basically had the same qualities as him. I mean, she wasn't as whack with her tea party choices, but overall, she hasn't done much either. Then Buddy. Now, Buddy's interesting because I know I put him in, like, the bottom rank of my old tier list. I mean, his whole character is that he picks his nose, and that's funny. But other than that, he doesn't really do that much. He's just kind of the haha random background character, which, I mean, the part where he ran away from the busker was pretty funny. But overall, I don't really have that many great feelings towards him, so... I mean, I'm not sure if D is good enough, but I'll put him at D because last time I put him at E or F or something, but we're just gonna bump him up one rank. Give him a little bit. I've got no opinion on Buddy. Yeah, he is kind of a left behind character. He's kind of a minor character. That was another voice crack, sorry. Oh, my voice, my throat's getting sore. I forgot how my throat used to get when I do these live streams. He's just derp. Yeah, that's another great aspect about his character. Then here's Indy's mom. Now, Indy's mom, she's just kind of a really chill, laid-back person. I always have respect for that. She always seems to be in the mood, if you know what I mean. She's just always a very calm person, and I respect that, so... Overall, I don't really have too much else to say about her, but I guess I'll put her at C tier. She's just fine. And then here's Jack's father, I believe? I mean, it's kind of interesting that he doesn't really understand his son that much, considering that he's the father of him. But overall, maybe it could just be like something we haven't seen on camera. I mean, that's basically his main thing, is that he tells Jack to sit still when Jack can't. That was like his whole character for a while. But I know in a recent episode, I think it was called Explorers, he actually was kind of a fun character, but he really didn't do that much. Except for like getting lost on the navigation. So I'll put him at C tier. He's just kind of fun sometimes. I don't know if Jack's dad has a name yet. And then Jack himself. Now, I know Jack is relatable to a lot of people because he has ADHD, and I know some of my followers have that, and they've said that he's really relatable, which I have a lot of respect for. I think they did a great job with him in that army episode, and Rusty helping him out and playing with him. I thought that was a really wholesome episode, and Jack overall is just such a wholesome character. Like, you cannot hate Jack if you tried. Not only because he's relatable to people who have ADHD or other struggles, but he's also just a really nice guy too, and he's just always a fun character to be around, and I'm glad he is getting more attention and screen time, because I do think that he deserves to be up there with some of the better Bluey friends. Now, I don't think he's as fun as Bluey, Bingo, or Mackenzie necessarily, but I can really respect why people love Jack, and I have a lot of respect for the character. So although he's not my favorite, I have a lot of respect for him, so I'm gonna put him at A tier, but we might make some adjustments in the future if y'all really wanna see that. And then, shoot, I think we're about halfway through this. We have Jack's mom? Jack's mom, overall, she's a bit nicer to Jack, so thankfully he can kind of confide in her. But overall, she doesn't do that much, so we'll put her next to her dad. Or his dad, my bad. Sorry, I got my pronouns mixed up there. And then here's Jack's sister. I mean, Jack's sister, she didn't mean any harm, but she kind of came off as a brat when she basically snitched on Jack and made him feel bad. that was unfortunate for him. So I can see why she comes off as a dislikable character. But overall, I don't feel like she was intentionally trying to be bad or make him feel worse. I do think she was just kind of had the wrong idea or was a bit misinformed. So, for that, and because she's not as technically bad as Judo, I don't know. I'd put her at D tier. She didn't mean any harm, even though it might have come off that way. Let's see. This is Juniper. That was the dog they based that knockoff toy off of we saw earlier. Yeah, she's a cute character, and overall, I think her design's pretty cool, but she barely does anything. So, C tier. Oh, and here's a good one. This is Leela? I think her name is Leela. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce it. But yeah, she's a great character. She's just a great companion to Bingo. And I'm glad she did make an appearance in Pass the Parcel because we do need to see more of her. She's just an awesome character. Stop, C is getting full. I always have a tendency to kind of fill up one tier and then just kind of leave the others, but we're going to try and find some others. And I know Pat, he's pretty good character. We're going to put him at A tier. Overall, I don't really like him as much as some other people, because don't get me wrong, he's such a fun character, and it's always crazy to see how he gets, like, involved with the healer's games, and it's kind of fun that he always gets involved or tries to, like, help out in some way, but other than that, he doesn't really do too much. He appears once in a while, but not, like, frequently or often for him to be, like, an extremely important character, but he is really fun, and frankly, that's the most I can ask for, so he's going into A tier. Oh yeah, thank you for congratulating me on reaching 30k. So we got Mackenzie's dad. Overall, I really like his design, and even though he doesn't do that much, he is kind of a fun character, so I'll put him at B tier. If you don't put Pan S right now, I'm gonna throw a temper tantrum. Well, that's gonna be unfortunate because I don't have plans to do that just yet, but we'll see. Then Mackenzie's mom, she doesn't do that much, so I'm gonna have to put her in C tier. One interesting thing, though, is that she did get a redesign in, what was it, Curry Quest? I know they gave her spots on both sides instead of just one, which is kind of an interesting creative decision. I'm not sure why they did that, but kind of an interesting trivia fact. Then, let's see. I'm gonna leave this one up to you. Where should Maynard go? He's kind of a interesting figure. Oh yeah, good night. I know this is probably gonna be a little bit late for some of y'all, because I know some of y'all live in later time zones. It's probably like super late right now. So where should I put Maynard? Getting C, A, D, D, F. Oh shoot. Got some harsh critics for Maynard. S, D, C. So overall, it seems like most of you think he's kind of a mid-tier character, because he doesn't really do that much, but he's not necessarily hateable or dislikable. I'm not sure why some of y'all are saying F tier. I don't think he's, like, evil or, like, inherently hateable. I'm not sure what he did, but maybe you could inform me on that one. I would put him in S tier, but I don't think he's really that memorable of a character. He's a bit more on the forgettable side. He is kind of funny, though. And we'll leave him at D tier since that's what most of y'all are asking for, if I'm right. But, oh yeah, here's Mia. I'm surprised it took this long to get to her. Oh, you want him in C tier? Yeah, you know what? Let's put him in C tier. I agree with that. I felt like D was a bit harsh for him, so I agree. Let's put him up in D. So what about Mia? Personally, I don't know. Does B tier sound good? I think she's basically in the same rank as Captain. They mainly have kind of the same plot and story and overall character, and they just go together, so we should put them in the same tier so they're not separated. Then here's Mrs. Retriever. Now that's kind of an obscure character. We don't see her very often, but I believe she is the teacher at Bingo's kindergarten. But she really doesn't do that much. I mean, the fact that she's a retriever is kind of cool, but she really doesn't do anything, so... Should I put her in D tier, or is that a little bit too harsh? What do y'all think? Do you think she deserves C tier, or should we just stick her in D tier since she's just such a minor character? So we got D, 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 harsh, D, D. Some of you are saying C, but it seems like more than a few of you are putting D, so I guess we're gonna have to leave her down in the dumps with Hercules and Buddy, unfortunately. But maybe she'll get more screen time, and yeah, she definitely deserves more. And oh no. Oh boy. We got the little one. We got Muffin. Now, I know everyone is either one or the other. You either really like Muffin or you really don't. And I think that's gonna probably split the fan base in half. Some of you are saying F. A lot of people are saying F, actually. Some people are saying D or C. It's hard because I know she can come off as annoying or dislikable or a bit bratty at times. But I do feel like in the recent episodes, she has gotten a bit more mature. I mean, she does kind of act out still, which is totally in character. But I feel like she is learning her lesson, and it's hard to fault her because she's just such a young character, and obviously, most of the time she just doesn't understand better and just needs to learn. And overall, she does have a couple funny moments, like, what was it called? I think it was called Sleepover. That was a really fun episode with her. So, I don't know. A lot of people are saying F, but I think that might be a bit harsh, and honestly, I've been having... Honestly, people have come after me for accusing me of saying that Muffin's a bad character before, so out of fear of that alone, we're gonna put her at C tier. I really want to put her at C tier because I know a lot of you don't like her, but I know there's a lot who do. So I feel like we just gotta put her at the middle for the best compromise. That way, I won't get righted by one side or the other. But yeah, she has some great moments, but she also has some not so great moments, so she kind of becomes neutral. It mixes, I guess. Nana. Now, you know what? I'm gonna put Nana at A tier because even though she really doesn't do a lot, I do kind of respect Nana because she's just such a wise, wholesome character. I mean, she did slap Bandit with a slipper, but I mean, he was kind of a brat, although I'm not saying that she should have hit him. That's up to parents to decide. But overall, apart from that, she has obviously become a really wise, wholesome character. Yeah, who ate the mini cereals? I think A tier is fair for her. She's just such a likable character. Even though she doesn't do too much. Now, let's see. We got Pom Pom. Now, I really like Pom Pom. She's just such a wholesome character, and I respect her. But I don't feel like she's done that much. She could probably do a lot more in later episodes. But I really like her design, too. She's just like this little cotton ball or Pomeranian. I always thought her design was kind of funny and really cute, though. But yeah, Pom Pom doesn't do that much, but she's a fun character regardless. And she is kind of memorable. So I'm going to put her at B tier. I think that's relatively fair. So I think what Pom Pom did is that... I know she did appear in Pass the Parcel. She was kind of just there. But I know her main role was in Seesaw, where she was feeling left out, but a bandit eventually got this plot to have the kids eventually help her participate, which was kind of a fun episode. Then we're actually on the last row here. We have Pom Pom's mom. She doesn't do that much. Gonna put her at D tier. Then we got Pretzel. Pretzel really doesn't do that much. So I'll put him at C tier. And then, oh, here's an interesting one. Here's Uncle Rad. And I know this is going to sound kind of unfair, but I kind of want to put him at A tier because I do think he's a bit of a step up from Frisky, as he's kind of made some small cameos in the show before, so he was kind of set up. And also, I really like him as just a character as a whole because he just seems like such a fun, relaxed guy. And I really liked his role in Fairy Tale as like the one who has to kind of sort out Bandit and is like bullying towards Stripes. So I really respect Rad for having that position and basically doing the right thing and even being a fun character in the present day. So I think A tier is fair for him. And oh shoot, my neighbors are yelling. I don't know why. Every time they have a conversation, they always like yell out literally everything. So I apologize for the noise in the background. Oh, cause he's blue. That was one of the funniest lines in the show, and Blue's just offended, like, I'm a girl! That's one of my favorite moments. And then here is, I think his name is Rocco. He's kind of an interesting character. I like his design, but he doesn't do that much. And then here we have Grubber's dad. He really doesn't do that much, so we'll put him at D tier. But I do have to point out that he does look like Bandit with a slight edit to look like a German Shepherd. I always thought he kind of looked like Bandit. They probably used a similar model. And then here's Rusty. I'm surprised it took this long to reach Rusty, dang. But yeah, Rusty's a pretty good character. I like him for who he is. He's a really fun character. You know, I'd probably put him in S tier if we sold that motorbike, but I guess that'll have to wait. I think A tier is fair for him because he's an overall respectable character, and even though he's a young kid, he's surprisingly mature. And overall, I just think he's a really nice character, and you know, he's very understanding despite how tough he could come off as he was like basically perfectly willing to play with Jack and Indy and many of the other characters, so I respect him for that. And Snickers. Now Snickers is interesting. He really doesn't, but I feel like I can really relate to him. You know, he's not that physical, he's not really into sports, he's more interested in like science stuff. So some would call him a nerd, but I respect him for that, and honestly, it's mainly because I can relate to that. And overall, even though he doesn't do that much, he's still a fun character whenever he is around, so I really respect him. This is like the respectable tier right here. And these are like the fun characters, the decents, the mess, and the could be betters. That's a positive way to put it. Socks, now, it's hard to rank Socks because she's so young that she can only do so much. But for what she is, she's a fun character. But I feel like we should see her a little bit more. She just kind of gets sidelined compared to her older sister, which is totally in character. So I think B tier is quite fair for her. She just doesn't come around too often. I am not going to put Pat in yes yet. No matter how many temper tantrums are thrown, this is not a muffin episode. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, the sad scene from the dump. The dump was actually a pretty good episode. That was one of my personal favorites. Then here's Uncle Stripe. Now I think Uncle Stripe is interesting because he's not necessarily likable. I mean, whenever he's faced with a problem, he's just kind of the type that just runs away from it and lets everybody else deal with it, which makes him kind of dislikable. But I feel like he's essentially a more realistic version of Bandit, not only because he looks more like an actual blue healer, but also because of, in character, he's not really sure what to do all the time, and he kind of struggles with parenting a lot. So I feel like for being realistic, although not that likable, I think B tier is a little bit more than generous for him. Yeah, he feels definitely more like an actual dad. Because Bandit feels genuine, but I know he's definitely has a extremely high standard. A higher tier for Bandit with a mullet. Man, they should have included that. That would have been fun. Maybe I should make my own tier list someday and I'll do a live stream on that. Yeah, stealing Bluey's show would definitely be in character. Now, the vet corgi... she's just a minor character. Some of y'all might beg to differ, but I think D tier is fair. She doesn't do that much. The best character. And then, oh, here's Wendy. Now, I think a lot of you can agree with me that Wendy really wasn't the best character at first. She was just kind of like the grumpy character who didn't want anything to do with the mains. But as of season 3, she's just gotten a lot better. Like, she plays with the healer family, but not like totally engages. She just like kind of comes in, and overall, I do think that it was a good choice to make her a lot more open. Because even though she was kind of meant to be grouchy, I kind of like the plot twist that she was actually kind of a nice and chill person. Although she can be a bit different from the others and not really connect with them or understand them. But I do give her respects for trying her best, even when she doesn't understand what the heck the healers are doing. I mean, she freaking lifted Bandit and gave the kids ice cream. I mean, what more can you ask for from a neighbor? So, I respect Wendy for her role in Sheepdog alone. And I do feel like she already is starting to show some of her potential, and I'm sure she could be a lot better of a character as time goes on, so I'm gonna leave her up there. I feel bad for Wendy. Yeah, she put up with a lot. I mean, I don't think she was ready to see Bandit's bum on full display. That was a bit of a shocker to her, I bet. No, I don't play Roblox. Winnie, she's not really that notable, but she was a genuinely nice companion and friend to Bluey, and I hope we do see a lot more of her, because I do feel like she's kind of an underrated character with untapped potential, if I must say. Well, speaking of dogs, some neighbors' dogs are barking outside. They're having a wild time. Maybe they're watching Bluey. But anyways, here is Winton's dad, the apple seller. Overall, he doesn't really do that much. We don't really know much about him. But I do kind of respect the fact that he is trying to take care of his son to the best of his ability. Like, you can see him trying to do fun things with his son and bond with Winton. So for that little detail alone, I do have some respect for Winton's dad. And overall, I think this is the tier list base. I'm going to zoom out so y'all can see it. And yeah, that's it basically. I know some of y'all are probably going to disagree with me, and that's perfectly fine. We all have opinions. And I know my opinions are pretty specific, but overall, I think this is fairly fair. That's probably not a great way to put it, but overall, what do you think? Is that good? Or are my opinions just trash? Because I don't blame you for saying that. Someone said, cool. Broman's kind of a harsh critic, which is fine. Do we play Minecraft? I used to. Good. Nice list. I think it's pretty agreeable. Well, that's good to hear. At least most people agree. I mean, I don't expect everyone to agree because, we all have our opinions and, we all have different reasons for liking these characters and, they're all just so different and relatable in different ways. I think that's honestly one of the best parts of Bluey is that no matter who you are, there's a character that you can relate with, whether you're a parent, grandparent, a child, or even like someone else, or basically anyone, no matter what position you're in, there's always a Bluey character for you, and I think there's something really special about how relatable the show is. Respectable tier list, thank you. 10.67745676 something out of 10. Would I learn a musical instrument because of Bluey's music? No, unfortunately, no. It just takes too much time, and I don't really have the money to splurge on instruments right now. Sorry. It's good that you made Judo the last character, yeah. Everyone wanted me to put her in F tier. Everyone was like cheering for that. But yeah, I'm glad that most of you can agree on it. So that's good to hear. Overall, I think that's all I have for now. I think, you know, we had some fun. We made a Bluey tier list. I showed you around my Bluey collection. I guess I'll chill out for a few more minutes. I know, it's been more than 2 hours. It's been like 2.5 hours. We've been here for a while, but I've been having a blast, and it's been nice seeing you all. So, you know, if the few of you that are left have any questions, I'll be more than welcome to answer some of them. As long as they're not like demands or anything. I am not your butler. I'm not gonna do all of your demands, but I'll answer some questions. So just give me a minute to settle down back into the questioning room. And then, let's see, back into the Bluey collection. Lag. Yeah, I apologize if it's lagging a little bit. On my side, it looks perfectly fine, but I know the connection can get a little awry sometimes. Okay, I get it. I'll watch BFDI. Just please stop talking about it. You're almost bothering me at this point. It's just comments. Watch BFDI. Watch BFDI. I get it. I get it. I'll watch it. I'll watch it someday, please. What made me into Bluey? I actually answered that in my former Q&A, so I won't talk about it too much, but basically, I just came across it in a YouTube poop of all things, and I really thought it was interesting, so I gave a few episodes a watch, and it just kind of spread into this. Don't demand stuff, please. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't like being bombarded with demands. I would appreciate it if some people can be a little bit nicer, but overall, y'all are doing great, so I respect a lot of you. No, I know nothing about Raggedy Ann, sorry, so I can't really have a conversation about that. No, I've never practiced karate or martial arts before. I really do love your productions, Mr. B&B. Oh, thank you. Favorite Bluey YTP? Oh jeez, that's hard because I haven't seen YTPs in a while. But I did really love the collab. I know that's kind of cheating because it's a mix of multiple YouTube poops, but that one was definitely quite fun. I mean, I don't really like Monkey Jocks that much, and I don't think he has as much potential as Judo. Yeah, I've gotten the request to play fan games for a while now, but I just don't have a good enough computer or phone to do that yet, so that's gonna have to wait. I've never played Deltarune. Once again, I don't play video games, really, sorry. Could we see the lucky ketchup packet? You know what? Just for you, Wesley, I think we should all see the lucky ketchup packet one more time. Let's go see that packet. I don't know how that thing got up there. I think I just got, like, takeout for once, and I had the ketchup in my pocket, and it's just been sitting there ever since. I should probably use it someday. Yeah, that's right. You're all gonna see the ketchup. Isn't that amazing? How did we get here? But, alright, so we're gonna place it on the very special drawer. And here it is. It's the ketchup packet, guys. Here it is in all its glory. I'm pretty sure, wasn't there like a ketchup packet shortage a while back? Or am I going crazy? But yeah, here it is. It's the ketchup packet. Yeah, that's some good ASMR right there, ain't it? Yes, beautiful. This is the peak of my career right here, in case you didn't know that. That's a little fun fact about me. Yeah, I don't know how old that thing is. I'm pretty sure it's still good because it's not that old, but eh. Tomato sauce. That's an interesting way to put it. But overall, there's Mackenzie. He somehow got on the floor. But, overall, that's really all I got to say. I don't have any other ideas, but if there's a couple more questions I can answer for you all, I'd be more than happy to, and then I think that would be it. I know it wasn't really that much of a party per se, but I think we all had a little bit of fun at least, or I hope it wasn't terrible. First collectible was the Best Mate plush. No, I'm not gonna scream, sorry, my throat's too sore. I don't have any plans for collabs or extra voices or anything like that, so no, not right now, sorry. I prefer to work alone if I'm being honest. It's just kind of the way I am. Your vids are awesome, BNB. Aw, thank you, Eugene. Much appreciated. Oh, biscuits is my favorite Bluey quote. That one always gets me. Once again, I usually get chicken McNuggets at McDonald's. I always loved those ever since I was a kid, but I never really liked them as much ever since they changed the recipe, even though it was supposed to be fresher. I mean, it's still McDonald's, but yeah, the chicken nuggets are pretty good. I'm still angry I haven't seen your muffin YTPs. Yeah, I'm sorry, that one's out of my control. That one was taken down for copyright. Favorite movie? Oh, jeez. I don't know, I have to think about that. I haven't seen too many movies, sorry. I don't know about Bingo's future son. That must be like a fan thing. You're a great YouTuber, quality content. Oh, thank you. My favorite Bluey toys are the plushies. Favorite color is blue. I mean, that might explain why I like Bluey. I mean, my favorite color is in the title. Puffergy Dog is pretty good, but he deserves more. He barely appears. I don't play Smash, sorry. You're one of the best YouTubers, thank you. I don't play Smash Bros. Once again. I know about Happy Tree Friends, but I haven't seen it. Happy 30k subs, BNB, thank you. I'm scared to admit that my favorite YouTuber is a Bluey YouTuber. Yeah, you could just say that he reviews stuff. That's the way I say it when I talk to others, when I don't want to admit that I watch Bluey. Because some people don't really understand that Bluey is more than a preschool show, unfortunately, so I have to kind of keep it secret for now. I haven't seen Chicken Nugget. Favorite dog breed? I don't really have one. I think most of them are kind of unique. Though I think the Shikokus are pretty cool, I guess, because, you know, I made one of my Bluey characters off of those. So I guess I have to go with that. Ooh, spooky! Yeah, I'm getting bored. No! It's the freaky chili bandit bingo demon thingy. Yeah, this is always my favorite, but I got something better. Watch this. Here's an old favorite that some of you like to see, and I'm gonna bring him back for the celebration. Ooh, the dog. What are your thoughts on this? Is this great? Is this absolutely horrible? Is this terrifying? My advice is that you don't criticize him too harshly because he will come after you. I've learned that from personal experience. Let's put him really close to the camera so you all can get a good look at that. Yeah. Terrible. Simpsons Snickers. Yeah, he does kind of give off Simpsons vibes. Yeah, it's weird because they didn't even copy an existing toy or mold. They just kind of made their own. And yeah, it didn't go too well, but I'm glad it exists for the pure terror factor alone. But yeah, that cake topper has been through more than a cake. He's been through some serious stuff. What color is my phone? I believe it's black. 69 people watching this video, yeah. I assume some people are tuning out because it's getting a little bit late. But yeah, I think we'll stick around for just a couple more minutes. Plans for my Bluey OC? I'm probably just gonna make some more drawings of him. He's just gonna continue being the channel's mascot. That's his main role. Unfortunately, Mushroom has retired. And no, I'm sorry. I know, Eugene, you're really into instruments, but unfortunately, that's not really my thing, so unfortunately, I'm not really into it. But I can see why. I'm not gonna review a Bluey DVD. I just don't have that many right now. Should they make an episode about Chili's pregnancy? I'm not sure because I feel like that would be a bit touchy, and I feel like the kids wouldn't really like that, but if they could put off right, that would be interesting. Although I think we should save that for the supposed Bandit Chili spin-off. This has been a nice stream. Oh, thank you. Have I missed anything? Is there a face reveal? No, sorry. Not today. But maybe someday, so don't give your hopes up. But, yeah, I think that's basically it. My favorite DVD, probably the Bluey one. The fact that it includes the quote-unquote uncensored Australian episodes is fun. Almost like, that was like a direct thing. I'm so glad they did that. I love your vids. There was kind of a face reveal. Yeah, kind of, but I was wearing glasses and a mask, so you wouldn't have seen that much if you did see me. Oh, sorry. Do a Bluey Uncanny video. I've actually done one on my second channel. I'm not sure how many of you know this, but I do in fact have a second channel. This was a stream. Oh, thank you, Eugene. But yeah, I do have a second channel called B&B Studios. You could find it in my channels page. There's not that much content, but I suggest subscribing if you haven't. I'm probably gonna post more stuff on there soon. 1 million subs face reveal. I'll see more like 100K, but do not take that as a guarantee because I probably won't. But yeah, maybe someday. I'll just have to see. I'm a bit nervous about myself right now. Would you ever want to do a collab? Aussie girl, Margie, let's see. I've seen your content before, but overall, I'm just kind of busy right now. Oh my goodness, so are y'all still here? It's not over yet. My stupid phone just died, but anyways, I apologize for that. Well, since most of the people left already, geez, I am so sorry. But I guess with that said, yeah, we could have probably just ended it right there, but I just wanted to make sure I didn't leave y'all hanging because I'm not that type of person. But, so is there any other questions I can ask? I apologize for the cutoff. Apple products are just so reliable. But yeah, my phone battery's shot. But, yeah, is there any other questions or comments you want to say? We're probably gonna wrap it up in like a minute or two. So if there's anything else you want to say, feel free to get it out right now. When will my next stream be? Um, Overall, I'm not sure when my next stream is gonna be. I just kind of do it once in a while when I feel like interacting with my fans. I don't do it that often, but maybe if y'all really want to see it, maybe I'll do it in like a couple weeks when I have a free weekend, which I'm usually pretty busy, but thankfully I had a couple hours to spare this weekend, or tonight, so, I was able to be with y'all. Oh yeah, so I did go to San Francisco a few months ago, and overall, I do hear a lot of bad things about San Francisco, and I kid you not, on my first day there, I saw a bunch of police swarming a department store because it got broken into, which is not the greatest impression of a city on your first hour there. But overall, I did enjoy my time there just because I'm really into like old transit systems and streetcars, and they have a lot of those and the cable cars, so I really enjoyed my trip there just because of that alone. Hi, Liliana. Bluey Season 4, yeah. That's gonna be coming soon. Bluey Iceberg Part 3. And I've been wanting to make a Bluey Iceberg Part 3, but I just haven't gotten any good ideas for it. There's only so many things I could talk about now without scraping the bottom of the barrel. If you all give me some other ideas on what to talk about, then maybe I'll make another one, because I know a lot of you love those iceberg videos. And if I'll visit Australia someday, yeah, I probably will. Maybe I'll go to Brisbane or something, but I don't think Ludo Studio does really tours or anything, I heard, so that's kind of a shame. I will never leave. I have no other source of entertainment. Oh, that's nice to hear, but unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to wrap it up soon. I think we're mostly done. But yeah, I am definitely waiting for Season 3 to end before I even consider making another iceberg, because I just want to get some of that juicy lore. That's always fun. Perhaps Ludo would do one? And maybe they'll give me some leeway, but I'm not sure how the people at Ludo view me. Do they view me as some, like, great wholesome dude who makes Bluey content and spreads the great words of Bluey? Or do they view me as just some crazy Bluey-loving fanatic? It could be one or the other. I hope it's the first one, but I wouldn't be surprised if they thought the latter. Hopefully not, though. I don't know what Dragon Wands is. Maybe I'll watch it someday. I like Hero C. Oh, thank you. I spent some time on it, and I've gotten like 100 different designs for him, but I'm still trying to figure him out. Do you think you're the most popular Bluey reviewer? Yeah, I mean in views and subscribers, yeah. I'm not sure what's going on TikTok. There could be someone who's like 100 times bigger than me for all I know, but on YouTube, I'd say I'm decently large. Not the biggest YouTuber compared to other general reviewers, but definitely large for someone who just talks about Bluey. Yeah, I've noticed that they have acknowledged some of the podcasters before, like Gotta Be Done and stuff, but I feel like their image is a lot less tarnished than mine, because I haven't done anything necessarily bad, but my history is kind of interesting. But thankfully, I do hope I could kind of redeem myself. And I am trying to change for the better, so we're getting there. It's just taking a little bit of a while. Yeah, new Bluey episodes. I believe they're coming out on, what was it, sometime in like July 13th or something? There's some new Bluey episodes. I can't wait for those. New Bluey episodes are always fun. You've redeemed yourself a lot. Oh, thank you for saying that. I just needed that approval from someone to feel truly forgiven, because I think about my reputation a lot, and it kind of haunts me. But it's good to know that some people see the better side of me. I really am trying to. I've really been trying to change a lot lately, and within the past few months. And I'm glad that some people are starting to see that. We're all here for you. Oh, thank you. It's always a shame for channels that always focus on just a topic or two. Yeah, it is kind of difficult because, it is kind of a niche thing. I mean, the fact that Bluey was kind of a niche topic is kind of why I got into it in the first place. But it is definitely hard to get, like, extremely popular, because only so many people are interested in that one specific thing. Do you think John Luke will have another episode? I don't think so. I think it would be more poetic and more interesting if he just got that one episode, because I think it really helped the message that he didn't come back, as sad as it was. I love you. See, I want the drum. Oh, thank you. Go ahead. I would love that. I always love fan art. I'm curious, why do you dislike Muffin so much? I don't dislike Muffin. I mean, I may have said some bad things in the past, but I think she's okay. I don't know why people still have that impression. I don't completely hate her anymore. When is your birthday? I'm not gonna disclose that right now, sorry. I'm not sure what my favorite part of the YouTube poop collab was. Do you like the pony lady? Yeah, she's an okay character. She was kind of mean for not letting Bluey and Indy ride the horse together for the sake of the plot, but I mean, I guess she's okay, and she does have a cool cowboy hat, so can't fault someone for that. First episode I watched was, I want to say Shops, I believed. That was one of the first ones I recall watching. And even though it's not one of the best Bluey episodes, I thought it was decent at the time and it got me hooked. So I'd say it was a decent start. Favorite Bluey song? I really like the theme from, what was it? What was the episode called? It was like Mom and Dad, like that kind of theme when they were like climbing the mountain. That was like a really nice one. And I also like the soundtrack of The Beach. And Sleepy Time was good too. I kind of like how it used some samples from The Planets. That was amazing use of classical orchestral music. Thoughts on Blue Mountains? It's not one of my favorites. It's one of the more, dare I say, mediocre ones, but it still has its good moments. Yes, I know about Friday Night Funkin'. It's everywhere. Unless you're talking about something else, because I know it F&F means something else these days, but I'm not sure. Best Bluey theory? Yeah, I'm not sure. Thoughts on Insamkidis? Or I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, but he's a great artist. I like him. Sorry if I butchered his name, though. I know he was just in the live stream a little while ago. Oddest Bluey merch is probably something knockoff related, like the slippers. But regarding official merch, it would probably be those creepy character masks. Yeah, I'd say the album's worth buying. It's pretty good. Never heard of Chip Flake. How's everyone of Friday the 13th? Oh yeah, last week was Friday the 13th. I forgot. Thankfully nothing bad happened. But, yeah, overall. Oh, thank you, Bluey Gaming. You're the best. Oh, thank you. Worst knockoff Bluey toy? It's this thing right here. I don't think it could get worse than that, and if it does, I don't want to see it. But, yeah, overall, I think that's gonna be a wrap. I think we're done here. Unless y'all have anything else to say, I think we're gonna wrap it up soon. It was a pleasure being with y'all. Oh, my favorite season 3 episode was Fairy Tale. But, yeah, it was honestly a pleasure to be with y'all. I feel really bad because I haven't talked with y'all in a while, and, a lot of you just give me so much support, and y'all have just kept me going for so long over the years. 'Cause, I've had struggles, and I've had so many things to deal with. And, not everyone is nice to me. There have been a lot of people that have been just outright mean to me, which, I don't really talk about it that much, but it is kind of difficult, and I do appreciate y'all for being around, so I just want to give a big, big thank you to y'all. And I just kind of made this stream as a big way to say thank you and kind of show some appreciation because y'all deserve it. And of course, thank you for 30,000 subscribers. That is freaking insane. I almost cursed there, but I don't want to curse. Some parents are going to get really, really mad at me. Gosh, imagine if I cursed on this channel. That would be crazy. But anyways, yeah, I just want to say thank you. And I know I've kind of been taking a break lately, and the break is going to last for maybe 1 or 2 more weeks, but as the school year ends and I'm going to have more time to work on stuff, I think we're going to have a pretty good summer, and hopefully I'll get a few big projects out. Aussie girl Margie said, "Take care of yourself, mate. It's super important to put yourself first. Internet trolls is hard, and it's sometimes hard to focus on the positive." Indeed, it is difficult, but thankfully I've been able to make it through. I honestly don't know how I've made it this far. It's crazy. Without the support, I would have given up a long time ago, I tell ya. But yeah, I just want to say thanks once again, and I think that's gonna be a wrap. I hope to see you all soon. If you want, you could just go follow me on my socials. Shameless plug if you want to see more content from me. But I'll try and keep you all posted and updated on YouTube, and maybe in the meantime, until my next big project, I'll make a shorter video or something. I don't know. But anyways, that's gonna be a wrap. Thank you all for stopping by. It was a blast, and I'm glad y'all loved it so much. I know it's kind of boring. I should have probably showed my face. That would have made it more exciting, but I'm not ready for that yet. Sorry. But yeah, that's gonna be a wrap. Thanks, everyone. And I'm gonna end the stream in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 5, 3, 2, and 1. I think y'all ready to go. Thanks, y'all. Good night. And have a brilliant night or day or whatever you're going through right now. Bye, everyone. And thank you so much.